Well, hello everybody. Happy Friday. That's the day that it is. What's up, Needle Mouse, Iro, Sacred Holly, Andrew Vasquez, Jack Sonic, Aiden, Cannon, Crimson Ghost, Noah J, Luigi, Quanties, Pido, Not a Tangle Channel, and everybody that I missed. Hi, Fish. Hi, I got zero skills. Hi, Mystic Claus. Mystic Claus, did you enjoy the recent video? And Mr. Needle Mouse. I see some people in here whose content I will be getting to today. We're probably going to have to divvy this up into a third episode, but luckily, our lovely friend Aiden made us 3 thumbnails. So, W's for Aiden. Yes, it was great. Thank you, Mr. Claus. I finally have your approval. So we left off right before Aiden's. So let's get right into it. How are you doing, Nask? I'm tired after that video. Everybody go watch that video if you haven't seen it. That's the worst. But let's get right into it. I believe these are shorts. Yes, Aiden has 3. Okay, one's a full song. Okay, sweet. Let's see. I'm going to open this on shorts. There we go. Hold on. I got my Chrome set up too. There we go.
There are a lot of iconic Sonic the Hedgehog songs, but did you know that a lot of them have more than one version? For example, let's look at Westopolis from everyone's favorite game, Shadow the Asshole. The piece from Shadow 05 is a very new metal style piece, with heavy guitar front and center and electronic scratches and sounds all the way through. Sonic Forces later remixed this song for the episode Shadow DLC, which was ass. This remix amps up the electric guitar and makes the electronic elements a little less prominent. There's also a little reprise of Vengeance is Mine, the song for Radical Highway, and a few intervals as well.
Which I find to be quite the cool addition.
Whoa! Nice little Radical Highway.
Our last version comes from Shadow Generations. This version has an extended synth-heavy intro before the main riff kicks in. The electric guitar really takes a back seat in this one, with the EDM sounds having an even greater presence. Which one's your favorite? Let me know in the comments. And if learning about the different versions of Sonic songs is something you find interesting, I make longer videos covering this very topic on my channel, so be sure to subscribe.
Do it!
Black Doom will come after me.
Do it! Yes, that was X-Man as Black Doom. I recognize that. Yeah, I mean, of course, Aiden's editing is really good. Aiden's a great YouTuber. Aiden, Variant K, Cerberus, I'm finding a lot of new, awesome YouTubers this way, and it's really sick. Luigi, the maximum is 10 minutes per submission, but submissions are closed for now, unfortunately. Okay, what is next? We have another short from Aiden. This is a song. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. sick. Aiden, I so wanted you to be able to record guitar for me, but like you said, you need to get into the studio. I'm hoping you can still give me your next submission because of that. But that was sick. Oh my god, I have too many tabs open. There we go. And then last, we have a full-length song, and I'm most excited for this one. It's recorded, just needs... Oh, okay. It just needs to be mixed. Okay, sweet. I will allow that. Splatter, the only thing is that's fine. Wait, a trailer of a game I did not make. It has to be your content. So if you made the trailer, then that's okay. But otherwise... But I did close submissions for now. This next one, I'm self-taught with the scream vocals. There's scream vocals! Oh, yeah. Let's hear it. Holy shit.
Shades pain, had to be strong for so freaking long. It's not my fault, my heart's gone cold. I can't tell my face from a mask. Points in my head and pulling me apart. All I know is the endless dark. Now I finally apart. Yeah.
Fuck. Really good soft vocals, too. Holy shit. You held that note. Oh no, that was amazing. That was sick. Holy crap. I'm sharing that for sure. Oh my god. No, dude. Yeah, I mean, you can tell, like you said, you were not well when you recorded that, and I can hear there's so much emotion in that. Let me get the link. Where's the link? Oh, there it is. Okay. No, dude, I think you could actually end up working for Sega as a musician if you just keep that up. That's really good stuff. I love that. I love Supersonic Girl. Like, these are all really good. Which viewer is that? That was by Aidenator, person who made the thumbnail. Also, what was I gonna say? Splatter, that's okay. Yeah, I probably can't check that out if it's like that can be shared on the server and stuff. I just probably can't check that out on this stream. And what's up, Psycry? I cannot change the on-stream chat to live chat, unfortunately. But yeah, Huge W's to Aiden. That shit is amazing. I want to get you in the studio again just to record some extra stuff. Because you got the goods, man. You can play guitar and sing. That's 2 more things than I can do. Okay, next up we have Jack. Snippet of a gens mod I'm working on to mix up my speed highway. Work in progress in my first mod so it can be a bit scuffed. Okay. Yo, what's up, Handcastle? Go ahead and copy. Oh, I can't copy this link. This is a video to download. Okay. Here we go. So it's like a heart mode. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's it? Oh, no. Well, okay, first of all, I appreciate the SA1, it doesn't matter. Also, that's a cool looking, like, hard mode mod. All the spike balls and everything on the building. And the different blockades. That's neat. I love that. Holy speedruns. I know that's good. That's some damn good gameplay, too. It's way better than I could do. Yeah, I know. Me too, Amy. The only game I'm good at is Heroes, unfortunately. Okay, Faded Fragger. Here we go. Oh, the best level in Unleashed. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Here we go!
Look at this peak. Look at the peak. Also, best 2D section in the franchise. Yo! Sorry, let me pause this to read this. Ghost Scopes, thank you so much. Hey there, Nask. I just wanted you to know that now that since you started playing Sonic Heroes on the channel, I figured I should try it out. Oh, sorry, I can't read. I ended up 100%ing the game, beating Super Hard Mode. What's next? What's next, my friend, is beat the game without swapping characters. I mean, I don't know. I just did SA2 no damage on the channel, so that's exciting. I don't know what's next. But thank you, my friend. I really appreciate that. I'm glad to hear it. It's so nice to see a good frame rate here. So we're just watching peak gameplay of a peak level. I mean, this is cool with me. Wait, you're right, the run animation. I just noticed this. Yeah, he's classic Sonic running. Oh my god. Actually, that's like the Heroes animation. Yo, what's up, Name Dropper? Yeah, look at that animation. I can't believe I didn't notice that. I hate that enemy. We all hate that enemy. Circle. Triangle. The Xbox threw me off. Yo, what's up, Pretzel? God, this level's so peak. I'm sorry. I have nothing else to say because I already went on like 2 diatribes about this level, but man, it's so good. What's up, Seasons? Did this person take my gameplay of this level? Because this is probably the only level I'm great at in Unleashed. And this is like the exact same route that I take, same jumps, everything. Yes, Pretzel. Yeah, I'm watching viewer-submitted content. Oh, thank you, KOW. I appreciate that. Yeah, same, Amy. Especially, like, looking at this waterfall section coming up, it's got to be one of the best-looking things in a Sonic game. Look at it. So this is definitely an S rank. Hell yeah, dude. Beautiful, yes. Also, yeah, tomorrow's the 4th. Which is why this stream can't go on for too long. I have to go grocery shopping. I have to get ready. Tomorrow's a big day. I wish you all a happy 4th. Beautiful. Let me share this. Oops, that's not what I want to do. There we go. Yes, best level in Unleashed. Totally agree. Also, peak gameplay. Yo, next up is Cannon Construction. Cannon, are you still in the chat? Because this is, I think a lot of y'all are in this, right? This is the hot takes video. Or I think, yeah, Cannon's reacting to your hot takes. I'm excited to see this. If I remember this video, okay, this video is 15 minutes. However, right, there's a section, I think, that's just dedicated to the comics. So I'm going to skip the comic section. That's the one thing I'll do.
Welcome to Cannon Construction. A while ago, I asked you guys to send your Sonic-related hot takes my way at a chance of being discussed in a video, and here we are. But wait, what is a Sonic hot take? I'm defining that as a statement that, if posted online, would immediately start Sonic Twitter discourse. But I want to preface this video by saying that this is all in good fun. I'm an enthusiasm enthusiast, and I just want to have a good time with y'all. As someone who's on Twitter all the time, I see discourse like a lot. This is not to be that. We're going to casually discuss some points that you guys have sent me, not out of hate and cynicism, but out of love and passion for a series we all enjoy. Now, when I made the post asking for your hot takes, a lot of you guys send me cold, maybe lukewarm takes. A lot of you, for example, started to immediately talk about how Sonic 06 isn't all that bad, or it's pretty good, actually. And I feel like there are enough people who think that now, these 20 years later, that that's not really a hot take anymore. There were 2 mildly hot takes about other Sonic games quality, so let's get those out of the way.
Oh god, if I hear a Sonic Color
Colors
sucks.
is nowhere near
No!
as good as people make it out to.
No.
I agree with this. Sonic
No!
has always been one of my personal
Canon, you
favorite
upset me.
Sonic games, especially in the modern titles. Most people, though, they like it. Sonic Colors is a solid 8 out of 10 across the board. But there are so many things in it that I just do not like. Double jump sucks. Story sucks.
True.
Boost sucks. Wisps,
True.
they suck.
No, they don't.
The first modern Sonic game to really add in the double jump. I believe the double jumps do not incentivize the level designers to use, and I'm going to use the M word here, so brace yourselves, momentum. Why run up from a distance?
But the Badnik bounce has great
Press a button
momentum.
again? I don't think it's fun. There's an argument to be made that it only really exists in modern games with 2D segments, but let's look at that, right? Sonic Unleashed, no double jump, fun platforming. Sonic Colors, double jump, not fun platforming. Sonic Generations, no double jump, fun platforming. Sonic Forces, double jump, not fun platforming. Are we?
Okay, I see the vision. I see the vision, but what about
I
Frontiers?
feel like that's pretty standard for Pontac and Graph. People have complained about the story since the game has come out, to the point that even official media has referenced it. I don't feel the need to be the 1000th person.
Yo, what's up, Canon?
But what I don't like
I disagree about colors, my friend.
is the difference in plot depending on which version you play. Sonic Unleashed, for example, while still having different gameplay to run on the Wii's hardware, was the same
How far are we in? Just the first tag.
version you played.
I'm gonna skip over the comic section just to make the video
Tails, two lackeys.
closer to the
In
time limit.
DS version? I've actually written this down because I can't memorize it for the sake of the script. Sonic, Tails, Eggman, Orbot, and Cubot, Amy, Big, Blaze, Cream, Cheese, Omega, Knuckles.
Yeah, there's so
Shadow,
many
Rouge,
characters in,
Silver, the
Colors
entirety
DS.
of Team Chaotix, and a random Chow named Milk. Why? The setting doesn't even have the same name. In the Wii version, it's Dr. Eggman's Incredible Interstellar Amusement Park, while in the DS version, it's just called Egg Planet Park. These choices do nothing but create discord in the fandom. If I yelled into a group of Sonic fans which version of the game was canon, we'd have a fight on our hands. It's weird.
This is your first video?
And Wisps, I don't want to spend too much time on. There's just not a whole lot
No
to say
way.
there. The boost
The production quality is so good, there's no way.
handling. And lastly is the Wisps. Kind of like the writing of the game, I don't feel like I need to be the 1000th person to talk about how much I hate them. It's not really a hot take at all. I just don't like the Wisps. They were fine in colors, but they left.
Exactly!
Why are they back? Leave.
They were fine in colors.
Forces isn't even that bad in my opinion. This is the other opinion about a Sonic game that I wanted to bring up. But as Sonic Forces is a solid 6 out of 10, this isn't really a hot take. I feel like it gets a lot more hate than it deserves. Though. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't like it, but
I think it deserves the hate.
gave us.
But I would rather play it over
When
like
Sonic Forces
06
came
or
out in
Shadow.
2017, I thought that it was aggressively average. But now that it's the big 2.5, Sonic has had his movies and Frontiers and the Murder of and everything that's just launched it back into the positive view of the public. I had a little epiphany. I was like, wait a minute, Sonic Forces is... it's bad. The average quality of Sonic-related things has moved up. That's a good thing. Characters should die more. This is one of my own. I like Sonic, I swear. Give me a second.
Are we talking about Shadow?
Certain stories can't be told or in-universe decisions can't be made due to the finances of the real-world company. Let me give you an example of this. Silver's entire trope is that he's from a ruined future that he's trying to fix. In Sonic 06, he does. He loses his best friend in the process, making it bittersweet, but it's a happy ending. The light comes down, the clouds part. In Forces, it's ruined again, so he has to come back and fix it. In IDW, it's ruined again, and again. Everything he does has to revolve around him fixing his future, because that's his brand. Sega's never going to use him for anything but that plot point. Like, Eggman will never be thrown in jail because Sega needs him to make money. No one will get an ending. I think things should end. I think stories need permanent consequences, the ramifications of choices made in narrative.
That's basically
past
Black Knight's
makes
story
better
applied to
stories.
Sonic stories.
And yes, I'm a big believer in Sonic wearing Chip's ring. I swear he keeps it at Tails' house for safekeeping or something. I am amazed that they killed off Starline for good. That's awesome. I wish they would do it for protagonists as well. My pick would be Knuckles. I like Knuckles.
What?
I just think if I could write my own Sonic narrative, in every version of it, I see Knuckles dying. I think him dying to protect the Master Emerald would be awesome. I think Infinite is a slightly better villain than Mephiles, and if he comes back in some way, Sega
hell
needs to
no.
fully use the wasted potential. Alright, so I have a few notes with this one. I don't agree with Infinite being a better villain than Mephiles. That being said, I don't think it's an entirely fair comparison. Not only are their power levels in wildly different ranges, I don't think Infinite was written the way his character was meant to be portrayed.
Yeah.
Mephiles is a master manipulator. His name literally comes from the devil Mephistopheles. In his game, he was literally a black shadow that egged on characters to do things not only not in their nature, but for his own evil purposes to achieve godhood. Infinite's just the leader of a mercenary team. They wrote him like a whiny little bastard, but would a guy who's the leader of a mercenary
I am not
who we can
peak.
assume has been trained to do this for many years act like that? I want to say no to. Like I said earlier, I wish more characters would die. Infinite is one of those characters who has died, so I don't want him to be brought back. But I might as well mention while we're talking about this that I would like the character to die on screen instead of being confirmed dead in a spin-off material after he just leaves the scene. And 3, while Sega will probably never come back to Infinite's character, I just finished playing Sonic Forces Overclocked, like, while writing this.
It's good.
And dude, this is the writing and usage of the character that I think you really want. Green Hill should be in every Sonic game. I understand why you'd want this. Mario has its Mushroom Kingdom 1-1 plains. Kirby has Planet Popstars Green Greens with a big blistery tree at the end. It's a staple to their franchise and gets you in the mood to go on another whimsical platforming adventure. But I don't think Sonic should do this. The difference is
Agreed.
world building. 1. The other game's settings are usually rather small. While Mario does have more stuff outside the Mushroom Kingdom to explore and have adventures in, like in Wonder, he almost never actually goes there. The story is almost entirely centered around the goings-on of the Mushroom Kingdom. 2, the main character usually lives in that area himself. Kirby's got a nice one bed, one bath, and all he wants to do is stay home, eat cake, and sleep. And I swear if you say Green Hill is Sonic's residence, it's not. 3, thematic world progression. We all know the typical Mario game layout. Plains, desert, ice, beach, yada yada, and then you end with Bowser's Castle in the big lava world. Sonic games don't do this. The closest thing we have is like a Green Hill clone at the beginning of a game before going off.
Oh yeah, definitely sub to canon. He's great.
Archie Sonic, while extremely all over the
Okay,
map,
this is where I'm gonna skip a little bit.
quality, and when it gets bad.
Just because the time limit, and also I don't know shit about the comics. More comics. Okay. I believe this is
Kinda
it.
sad. Blaze is Sonic's equal. This is a take I hear frequently whenever Sonic and Blaze are talked about in the same area. I think Ian Flynn maybe mentioned this once in a Bumble class. Bumble class. That's how it feels. And now everyone online just kind of thinks it. I do not get it. She's not as fast as he is. She's fire-based while he's wind-based. She's shy and reserved while he's outgoing and talkative. She's a luxurious monarch while he's an unmaterialistic hobo. Aside from occasionally battling an Eggman, the only real thing they have in common is they're both good guys. Honestly, they're more close to opposites than they are equals. Sonic fighting bad guys because of his personal ideals and not for the greater good is lame. This is definitely a take from IDW. I'll be honest, I have not liked the idea that Sonic only fights Eggman because Eggman's way of life negatively imposes on others. The idea that he wants freedom for everyone no matter what, to the point where he doesn't want to put anyone in jail, I think is maddening. I want Sonic to protect others who can't protect themselves because he's a hero. Maybe it's just the shonen in me, but I want Sonic to fight bad guys because they're bad guys. Sonic should be more mature. A lot of people say Sonic is a kid's series, and sure,
Make him less
majority of
mature.
the audience is, but
Like
it's
he
a
was in the adventure
30-year-old
games.
series. You have some fans pushing 40 now. I would say Sonic has stuff for each generation, whether it be Sonic and Friends for babies, Sonic Prime for
Who does watch Sonic Prime?
and the games for teens and adults. Okay, in the defense of Sonic Prime, it had the capability of being one of the most mature plots we've actually ever had. Sonic broke the shatter whatever, and in doing so, created essentially life, versions of these characters that are totally separate. They have their different histories, different sense of self. They are very much alive. We could have seen a story where Sonic has to contemplate whether or not it's okay to commit what is basically genocide to fix a mistake he made because of his impatience. That's really heavy. We didn't get that, but this take isn't about Sonic Prime, so I'll move on. All I'm saying about the maturity thing is that you made Shadow the Hedgehog 2005. It might be rough around the edges, but it's a good game. Let them
What?
bleed when they get hurt.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The audience can handle this. If Puss in Boots can do it, so can you. Almost every one of the backgrounds for these characters that people like are the ones that are either really deep or tragic. I've always said this, Sonic characters thrive on dark situations. The Metal Virus arc is one of the best Sonic stories we've ever had. And give them guns back. I don't think removing guns from everything that had them initially is a good thing, even with a kid's audience. What makes me laugh is that in the original Sonic movie, they had
Yeah, I noticed the silver gunner.
like one was even fired at some point, I think by Wade. In Sonic 2, only tasers. And it's so anticlimactic, I cannot take it seriously. Sonic 3 at least tried by giving them laser guns, but My biggest gripe on the maturity gun topic is Knack the Weasel. He's a professional killer and you've given him a cork gun? Why? In Archie, he was either using an actual handgun or a sniper rifle. Here's the final take. Ageless characters are a bad idea. I wouldn't say it's a bad idea per se, but I can understand where you're coming from. Personally, I don't want ageless characters. I want them to age. I guess this is just me saying that I want permanent consequences again. Games like Forces gave us an actual timeline. In-universe things, like Little Planet, appear in set intervals. Time does pass in this universe. They have stated that many times. For important events to happen, there needs to be time for them to do so. Your stories hold more weight because we don't have all the time in the world. I've actually aired this opinion online, and one of the responses I've got has always stuck with me, which is, oh, you want to see Sonic old? Well, we don't.
I do.
No, I'm not saying that. If you put down all of Sonic's adventures in a timeline starting at age 15, he'd be maybe around 21 at this point. And that's with 30 years.
I want Sonic
That's an
Dementias.
in-universe span of 6 years, with one of those years pretty much being taken up entirely by Forces with its 9-month span. 21 is the beginning of someone's physical prime, and honestly, with everyone wanting a new 3D model and Roger's different voice direction frontiers, I would love to see these characters aged up a bit. At least let Cream and Charmy age up a little bit. I'm afraid they'll be babies forever. Sonic was 15, or 16, or something else, depending on who you ask. And much like Color's plot, if you change something to be nebulous on purpose instead of giving a defined answer, it does nothing but create discord.
Yo, what's up, Lummy?
And I don't like that. I like us working together. Seriously, we need to. We're gonna lose to Genshin Impact for the 3rd year in a row if we don't. As I close out, I want to remind you
Probably,
the
yeah.
internet can be very mean sometimes. Sonic Twitter has the
What's up, Astra?
because people are so quick to anger. Regardless of what side of an opinion we're on, insulting people is never the way to go. So thanks for sitting back and listening to me talk about your opinions that you so graciously provided.
Did you hear that,
Thank you
guys?
for getting me to 1,000 subscribers. I think it's crazy that people actively want to watch my
1,000. That's
if you haven't
crazy.
already, go ahead and follow me on Twitch or Twitter or Blue Sky or whatever. I have them all up. I'll be streaming a lot more soon, probably here on YouTube, and we'll do all sorts of stuff, whether it be art streams, I'm an artist, or gaming stuff.
Canon is fantastic, and I'm surprised at how new his channel is because there's quite the meteoric rise in his subscriber base, and for good reason. His videos are just excellent. Like the production quality on that video being, you said your first major video, that's impressive. Yeah. 1 year? I'm at 1 year. Damn, the improvement is insane for you. My videos are like barely better than my first one. That's crazy. Yeah, very good stuff. No, yeah, Canon deserves all the subscribers he's got and more. Very good stuff. I love that, my friend. I disagree with your takes on Colors though. But I think Colors is a good game. I do. Also, I want old Sonic. I want dementia-ridden Sonic. Oh, I see Sonic Heroes. Name unknown. This is from Nay. I guess short for name unknown. Final Fortress Tails only? I've done this. I want to see if you do the same strats. Since Tails got hardly any love in Team Sonic Teamless video. Oh, that's right, because I did use Sonic here. But you can use Tails. Here's footage of me beating Final Fortress as Tails only. No, the game auto-swapping to Sonic on the self-destruct switches doesn't count. Okay, gotcha. Jump to skip the second tornado pole was tricky, but the rest of the level is pretty easy. Just slow. Gotcha. Let's see it. Yeah, Lummy, eat your heart out.
This must be Eggman's headquarters.
The airbase!
How does this thing stay afloat? Doesn't matter.
This takes me back to when my channel was doing well. Oh.
Let's go!
Yeah, I think a number one reason I didn't use Tails here
There they are.
was just because of how slow he is. Especially on the rails. Yes, keep eating your heart out, Lum. You gotta get through this.
Let's go! Let's go!
I do have an update, by the way, for Sonic or Team Sonic Teamless. Bullet Station is possible now.
Let's go!
Might have to make a video about that.
Let's go! Dave! Dave!
Yeah, thanks, Ira.
Let's go! Dave!
Yeah, it's a super specific bot boost
Let's go!
with Tails. Yeah, how are you gonna get up this part?
Let's go! Dave!
Oh, you can land on that. That's cool.
Let's go! Let's go! Dave! Dave!
See, even as just the flight character, this game is still peak. That's how far gone I am. Oh, save state. I didn't start using save states until Team Dark. That was a good call, though. This jump is not easy.
Let's go. Dave.
Extremely laggy. I mean, I don't see any lag on my end. Or any connection issues.
Let's go.
Bro,
Let's go. Dave. Dave. Let's go.
that's okay, Not a Tails channel. There will probably be more of these in the future.
Jump! Let's leave this to Tails.
Let's go. Dave. Dave. Let's go.
Yeah, I think I started doing this as Tails only and was like, oh, Sonic is way faster. As long as I can get Sonic past the end section, then it's fine. Good old Team Blast. And you cannot do the Team Blast glitch because that requires swapping to another character.
Blast away!
Yo, what's up, Paul? Happy Friday. Happy 3rd of July, my friend. Hi, Not a Pingus channel. It's great. Yeah, that's the fastest way to get a Team Blast if you can't do the glitch, is just to lose your rings and recollect them. Not a YouTuber? This is your video. Oh, nay, not a YouTuber. That makes sense. Yeah, this is reminding me of good times.
Blast away! Here we go!
As Rouge only? Yeah, I figured, because I kind of forgot I did this as Sonic.
It's blown to pieces.
Poor Tails got, like, no attention.
Why it's self-destructive?
Oh, thank God you did the rail switch. Thank you.
Red laser!
I don't think I've ever heard Sonic say that. Red laser! What happens if you don't rail switch? Oh no, it's just faster to skip the loop.
That was huge!
Dude, Sonic says stuff that I have never heard because I always go too fast for the voice lines.
Let's go. Let's go.
There we go. Just go back up.
Hit for that pole and do the tornado jump!
Let's go.
Mr. Claus, that applies to every issue people have with heroes. Oh, I keep falling off thin platforms. If only there was a character I could swap to that would save me if that happened.
Let's go. Dave. Dave.
If you're playing as him, you don't hear his lines.
Let's go.
I don't know how the triggers work for that, frankly.
Let's go.
Nice. Nice. I'm glad that that's a universal thing where you press A to flight boost, but instead you just let go of the pulley.
Let's go.
Is this gonna be... Are you gonna do the flight boost? Yes, you are. Okay, good. Nice.
Dave.
That's a frame-perfect flight boost to get extra height.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, you're gonna do it again.
Let's go. Let's
Nice.
go. Dave.
You're gonna have to do it again at the combat section, too. Ooh, and a late flight boost to get extra height. Sick.
There's robots and
Dude, honestly, I just kind of want to join the Sonic Heroes speedrun community just so I can be nerdy about this game for the rest of my career.
I'll destroy everything that comes my way! There's robots everywhere! Time to party!
You're dancing mountain. Keep your guard up.
Nice.
I'll destroy everything that comes my way!
Let's go. Dave. 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 Dave.
Are you just gonna build up a Team Blast? Okay, I'm gonna...
Dave.
Okay, so you did get up there.
Let's go. Let's go.
There we go.
Okay.
And then you build up a Team Blast.
That was one heck of a battle.
Well, okay, not more nerdy than I already am, but just to be in a group of people as nerdy about heroes as I am.
Leave it to me.
Can I be bothered getting food? What do you mean? Can I be bothered? Get you your food. See, this is exactly why, right, that I never use flying characters in levels with rails. Except for Charmy. I had to use Charmy.
Yellow laser, look out!
You know what's funny is as Tails, you actually go faster going uphill on rails because of his tails.
Look out!
It's the one upside to using him on rails.
Red laser!
Which Sonic game do you think would be the hardest 100%? Unleashed is pretty hard, 06 is pretty tedious, but I would say Shadow the Hedgehog. With the keys and the A ranks, 72 A ranks you have to get. Expert mode.
Welcome.
1, 2, 3. 4 laser cannons. We better watch out.
Even with 4 laser cannons, that's still not enough to stop us.
This section, I like to think this is actually how a lot of people play this section. Now you gotta fly over the eye laser.
Let's go. Whee! Whee!
Yes, 300, oh no, you don't have to get all, well, would you have to get all the endings with Shadow? Like all 326 paths? Either way, the actual keys are still hard to collect.
Leave it to
Nice.
me. All right.
And with that, you can beat Final Fortress as Tails only. All that we have left is just one last boss fight with the Egg Emperor.
We can do better.
Thank you, not a YouTuber. Everybody go check that out. Support your Sonic Heroes gameplay. Next up, we have Crimson Ghost. Is this an edit? It is. Enjoy this Sonic edit. All right. Let me make sure my YouTube thing is set up real quick. Oh, I already hear Live and Learn. This is going to be good. This is going to be good.
Sonic's the name, speed's my game.
Sick. Yeah, so Crimson is one of the GOATs. They're in the DBZ community, mostly. And so for them to make a Sonic edit this on point is incredible. I mean, they picked probably the best song they could have picked. And these clips are all amazing. Like, just the ore is great. Lovely. No, thank you, Crimson. That was amazing. Yeah, go check out Crimson. Oh, it's too many tabs. There we go. All right, and next, if you don't think Live and Learn is top 3, you tripping. I don't think it is, but most Sonic fans do. Oh, Sonic CD, we got some artwork. Okay, sweet. Unfortunately, not allowed to show and tell this time. Wait. Oh, not a lot to show and tell this time around. Currently aboard, so I'm not sure if I can make it to the stream. Hopefully I can, though. I was wondering where CD's been. It's been a long time. I missed them. Here's a plane I drew while fittingly on a plane. It's an AN-26. Well, look at that! Dude, CD's always drawn some really cool stuff. They also made a cardboard Dreamcast that looked amazing. This is great. Yo, what's up, Crimson? Yeah, great edit, man. Beautiful. Yeah, Sonic is not on the side yet. Jumping off. That is sick. God, I'm tired. Yeah, me too, Sacred Holly. Yeah, very nice, Sonic CD. Love it. Okay, what's next? Couldn't think of a new video idea, so I decided to post this one I made a while back when I was first learning how to animate with sprites. Ooh, it's an animation. Nice. I think it turned out pretty well. It's short, but I hope you enjoy. By the way, Open Your Heart plays, so I don't know if it'll get copyrighted. Well, that's the kind of copyright I'm okay with. It's really just like if you put Katy Perry in, then the video's gonna get restricted. Hell yeah. There we go.
All right.
Yes, Heroes lines. Yes. Woo! Yeah, Heroes lines, Open Your Heart, it's already peak. I want more. Give me 20, please. Love it. Love it. Thank you, Iro. Thank you so much, my friend. Very nice. Oh, we got resident alt account person, Project Shadow, aka Snap Apollo. So I did this last minute, so I couldn't really do much of a thing than play the first stage of the best game. SA1 best game? Snap Apollo, this is why we love you. This is why we love you. Yo, what's up, Sunky? Almost my turn. Hell yeah, I'm excited. All right, Snappies. Let me paste this in chat. Oh, there we go. See what you got. Yo, Pretzel, thank you. I don't know, like 56? I think I covered them in the alternate playstyles video. Dezo, thank you. Hold on, let me pause. Let me pause Snappy. I don't want to interrupt Snap's video. What if I said that you technically did get hit on that last Biolizard attempt at the end? I didn't. Shut up. I didn't. You're wrong. I didn't fly back. That's what counts as getting hit, is flying back. I didn't fly back. You're wrong. You lied to me. My lawyers will be speaking to you. Oh, sorry. You meant Biolizard. Yeah, Shadow got hit in the water, but I didn't lose rings. It happened during the cutscene. Okay. Wrong. Yes, his name is Saul Goodman. Dude, Emerald Coast is better than City Escape. Just gonna let that marinate. Are all these just speedruns? This is like just a really decent playthrough. I mean, a speedrun would probably have taken the loop skip and everything, but this is just like a really good casual playthrough. It's not bait, it's true. Emerald Coast is better than City Escape. Just don't watch my top 15 levels video, or else it'll say something different. The music, though, the music's better. Lost your rings, you gotta start over. Ooh, nice. Aw, I thought they were gonna jump over to the island.
Jump on panel number 1. It will take you to panels 2 and 3. Jump as soon as you land on the panel, or else you'll fall.
Nice. Oh, it wasn't a replay of the stage. It was actually in the story mode. Nice. Snap, we love that you glazed this game because it's the best. Other than Heroes. Yeah, not bad.
Not bad.
Sick. Oh, we got a glimpse. What was that? DaVinci OBS? It was OBS. Okay. Hell yeah, Snap. Thank you. Yo, Amy. We got some Amy. Looks like I managed to piece this together in time. Very nice. Let's take a look. Look at the hearts. Also, where is this? What location is this? At first, I thought it was like the window of the Space Colony Arc, but I don't think it is. My self-indulgent submission? Oh, I see. Okay. This is very nice. Bro, Amy has a really good character design. Now they just need to give her a good character. They did it already. They just need to do it again. This is beautiful. Amy, do you have a Patreon or anywhere you host your art that you want me to share? This is very nice. Yo, what's up, Pizza Master? All good? I love it. I give it an S rank. And then next up we have Sunky Silly. Not only the mastermind behind Nasky Boy, but also the mastermind behind some of the most awesome Genesis remixes I've heard in the freaking universe. Let me turn off my music and turn on this music. Those are my... What? This is Mega Man. I don't know anything about Mega Man. Let's hear it. Oh, it's a playlist. It's a playlist. And Sunky, I forgot what you told me to do. Pretzel, thank you. Hold on, let me... How about this for A tier? Amy from each game? Oh, how about this for a tier? Amy from each game? SA1 Amy gets S tier. That's about all I know. Battle Amy gets F tier. How much money do your videos have to earn before YouTube actually pays you? There's a minimum threshold of $100, but that you can accumulate that over time. Tumblr? Yo, what's up, Sunky? Sunky, do you want me to just listen to all three? I'll listen to all three. Oh, yeah. There we go. No worries, Boomer. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. love that bass. I need to go listen to the actual song. 5-Star Man. Oh, Mega Man 5-Star Man. I thought he had 5 stars. I thought there were 5 stars on him. I thought he was called 5-Star Man. Yeah, I haven't listened to Mega Man's OST all the way through, but that was sick. Next up, Splatoon. Also, don't worry, guys. Grand Metropolis is next. I want to see this aura farming. I've never played Splatoon 3. Whoa. Is Splat in this game?
Run, bitch! Run! Enemy spotted.
Sick. No, I'm talking about Splatomics. He's a regular viewer.
Now I'll show you!
Sick. Nice. Yo, CD, what's up? We just saw your drawing. The fucking edits are killing me, dude. Nice. Yeah, I've never played Splatoon 3, and I would clearly suck at it if I played it, but that's impressive. All right, wake up, guys. You know what's next. Oh, it sounds so good. Yeah, I love the claps. Ooh, nice delay on the melody. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. That was a smorgasbord of what Sunky Silly has to offer on their YouTube channel. Go check out the playlist. Go subscribe to Sunky Silly. They're almost at 300. Very nice. Yeah, I saved Grand Metropolis for last because I knew y'all want to see that. Oh, wrong thing. Get subscribed. Yes. Also, hi CD. I hope you're doing well. Oh, Mr. Boomer. Oh, it sucks. Mr. Boomer just left. Let's see. What's up, Aaron? What the fuck even killed me? Okay, Mr. Boomer. Okay, I have to get Chrome back out. Ah.
Yeah, everyone from what I've heard, they do not like Jax at all. Like, most people do not like Jax.
What did happen? You disappeared. Oh, okay.
What?
You died somehow?
Hold on. I need to see that again. What?
What's the
No!
Everyone from what I've heard,
YouTube Shorts, I hate you.
They do not like Jax at all. Like, most people do not like Jax.
What did happen? You disappeared. Oh, okay.
I'm so confused.
What?
You died somehow?
Wait, what? Are you serious? Wait! No way! Bro, no. There is no way that I died after I beat the boss.
I literally saw you disappear for no reason and die.
Alright, this time, I better not die.
You don't die again.
Because what even killed me?
I just saw your character disappear and then you died.
That was weird. Alrighty.
Okay, don't stay on there. Okay.
Okay, good. Thank goodness, dude. Oh my god.
I was hoping it would happen again. Also, yeah, go check out Mr. Boomer. Another goated Sonic creator. Love it. And that's why people who say Superstars is better than Mania are wrong. Okay, what do we have next? Oh, we got Quanties! Quantum Rogue. Enjoy the shadow edit. Okay, so Crimson gave us a Sonic edit. Now Quanties gave us a shadow edit. So now it's time to go back to Shorts. Thank you, YouTube Shorts. Yeah, this is so peak. Dude, hell yeah. Good stuff, Quanties. Man, Quanties and Crimson, both in the DBZ community, but somehow managed to put together some really awesome Sonic edits. I love it. Tough and aura moments. It's true, Mr. Needlemouse. It's true. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, go check out Quanties. Very good stuff. Not sure if anyone's noticed, but Shadow's kind of cool. Yeah, I guess. Psycry, I hope you're joking. Please be okay. Please keep us updated. Remember me? This is a very early work in progress script of the story where my OC stars. Nask, do not read through the entire thing. Chapter 1 isn't halfway done. This is already 70 pages long, and don't worry about the blue text. Those are links to pictures for anyone who can't deal with reading without visuals, but anyone who wants to read it can read it if they want, and if you have any criticism, don't hesitate to DM me on this Discord. So you don't want me to read all of it? Or do you don't want me to read any of it? Wait, how much do you want me to read? I'll read through chapter 0, I guess. Let's see. But yeah, Splatter created a very awesome OC, and we asked for a backstory. And so this is the backstory. Read as much as you want? Okay, sweet. UFO-like structures leave into the night sky. I'm going to have trouble reading today. A traveler in a black cloak says goodbye to someone unknown to us, before he contemplates on what to do next after a traumatizing experience, and all of his friends are gone. Suddenly, they hear screams echoing from the city nearby. He notices that the tides are rising noticeably, so the traveler decides to take the initiative and help out in any way he can. He quickly helps the authorities evacuate every possible survivor to the nearby underground shelter below the city, despite no one recognizing him. If he weren't there, not as many people would have gotten to Alterna, the underground bunker, or even survived at all. Okay, so I won't read all the way through chapter 1, but I'll read a tiny bit just to give y'all a little taste. Okay, take care, Aaron. Welcome to the world of Pokemon, an almost ideal world for anyone. The world is full of hopes, dreams, peace, and where people and Pokemon live in harmony in the many regions around the planet. Sure, there are some evil team outliers, but those have become significantly rare to see lately outside of the occasional troublemaking organizations. Our story begins at the Galar region, at Winden Stadium. Our protagonist, Gym Challenger number 151, David, is getting ready for his David is getting ready for his finals match in the locker room, shaking himself back to reality from the weird daydream. See, I told you. I can't read. Before going back to changing into his Gym Challenger uniform, as David prepares his Pokemon, he reflects to the previous 2 times he had made it to Leon in the Gym Challenge, and how and how he lost badly. Holy fuck, this can't go any worse for me. He tells himself that today's finally going to be different. He'll beat his oldest brother, and this time... What happened? I read the first part just fine. We flash back to about 6 years ago. A young 7-year-old David has always shown off his weird acrobatic nature, especially for his young age. All it does is just concern every family that considered adopting him. At this point, he was the only kid left, and has been a bit insecure and lonely for some time now. If he's not adopted soon, he'll have to go into the foster home system. One day, Leon's mother, the owner of the Galar Adoption Center, offers David to spend the night at her place with her family so he wouldn't be lonely, and David accepts. Unknown to David, this was more of a test run to see how well he gets along with her family. When she sees Hop, her youngest son, who's the same age as David, getting along super well with David, she makes the final decision to adopt David, so she gets started on the paperwork. Okay, so I clearly can't read at all. This is an adoption story about David. So it's a character in the world of Pokemon, an OC in the world of Pokemon, and it's an adoption story. And that's a damn good setup. So please go check this out. So I don't have to read anymore because I suck at reading. I'm actually really interested in this. I'm going to keep reading this, like, not with my mouth, but with my brain later. It better not stay sad. Well, you'll have to find out by reading it. Sorry, Ness. No, don't say sorry. I'm just the one that can't read right now. I just spent, like, the last 5 days reading scripts all day, so my brain is sore. Very good stuff. Okay, let me see. Is there a link? You want me to share this Google Docs link in the chat right now? Because I can do that. I would not mind doing that at all. Sure? Okay, gotcha. Boink, sadness is illegal. Without sadness, you wouldn't be able to have happiness, my friend. It's a balance. Compare and contrast. Yes, Splatter, I'm very interested in that backstory. I need to go read the whole thing and, like, actually absorb it. All right, Baguette. Oh, Baguette. Long time no see in chat, except for last stream, I believe. Most of my video are somewhat niche, boring, and long, lazy editing. So here's a fun speedrun I made a while ago. Look, I like long videos. I like niche videos. Also, since the videos are so short, I decided to cheat a bit and add a bonus video. Still under 2 minutes total. So, is this separate than this? I think these are the ones that they, yeah, okay. Not till chapter 3? Okay, sweet. Yeah, and it is still a work in progress. Yo, what's up, Angelo? All right, here we go. Also, sorry, the video is just a bit quiet. That's as loud as I can make it. Bro, what are these games? I see all these fan games and they look really fun. Oh, this is Roboblast? Am I just an idiot? That didn't look like Roboblast. Also, Roboblast changed. Oh, it is. The game has changed so much over time. I remember whenever it first was getting started. Yeah, the speedruns of fan games are crazy, because, like, you kind of have unlimited control over your character's momentum. Yo, what's up, Cerberus? No, you're not too late. I love that it's basically Sonic Adventure Spin Dash. The best Spin Dash. Massively customizable. I don't know, I just remember whenever it was like a one-level game you could download. That was so long ago. I got you, Splatter. I mean, so far it was good. Jesus. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I need to check out Roboblast 2 because it has been years and years since I've seen it. That's amazing. Well, thank you, Baguette. Very nice stuff. I'm making sure this isn't a... Okay, they added a bonus video. So I think this is separate. Is it? Oh, no, that's the one we just saw. Okay. Sweet. Mom's Rice Cooker? Sonic Crossworld, but it's a horror game? You don't have to watch everything, but I just want to know from a content perspective, how is it? What do you think, chat? I want to know if I'm fumbling or am doing something right, LOL. Okay, Shard, let's check it out. Sorry, that's going to be loud.
Nice, nice 3. Dude, I don't know, how do you guys feel about the new gadgets? I don't know how, oh fuck. No! Okay.
You can't hide your fear from me!
Screams are good for content.
Oh my god! Oh, he jump scares you? Oh my god! Wait, the whole place is on fire!
We just went from a super quiet video to a super loud one, and I forgot to change the volume, sorry.
Is he still chasing me, or am I good? Oh my lord. Don't, man. He's not chasing me anymore, right? Holy shit. God. Who made this? Who made this mod? Oh, dude. Those 30 rings gone at an instant. That's what I cut. Oh. Dude, I can't focus, man. I'm in constant fear. Okay, well, we need to use this fucking time to get some rings. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Wispus is crazy, bro.
Nice. Okay. Is the whole place just gonna be like this? Am I just forever dead? Oh, god damn it. Well, it looks like we don't have to worry about EXE anymore. So that's good at least. Come on. Dude. Oh. Oh my god, hold on, I need a second.
Oh, this is 24 minutes. Okay, so we saw that race. I want to hear the reaction to the race.
I can't commentate. That's really fucking upsetting. Like, it's funny, yeah, but like... Holy shit!
The racers are now getting ready.
So Eggman fucking... It actually makes sense, because Eggman has nightmares about Sonic, I'm sure. And I'm sure this is what his nightmares look like. Dude, this is so fucked! Alright, Eggman. I hate to warn you, but Sonic has fallen through the Dark Ages. You're gonna have to beat him in a race. A race of your life. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, I do like this remix.
We gotta...
Okay, so I see the vision. I want to hear the end of it. I want to see if there's any last
Death
bits.
get you. Or... Oh, he's catching up. Oh!
Gotcha! You can't hide your fear from me!
Okay. That's interesting. And then he's gone for the rest of the race. Okay, well, if you guys want to see me do another round of this mod, let me know.
Well then.
And let me know if you guys have any mod recommendations, because
I don't know what this mod is, but it's neat. I would say in terms of content, the screams are good, the reactions are good. The only two things I would say, don't make it the whole footage of every race. Splice together highlights from the races. Make it a highlights video. I think that would do better in terms of pacing. Secondly, just balance the audio levels a tiny bit more, make your mic louder and make the game quieter. Other than that, solid. I mean, your reactions are funny. The screams are funny. Everybody loves a good scream. Horror games are an easy win for that. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff, Shard. I look forward to more in the future. Also, sorry, I've been forgetting to copy links. This is for Shard. There I am. There you are, Angelo. First of all, your Jordans are fake. My version? What? What? Character voice demo reel? Oh, dude, I love impressions. Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm going to copy the links now so that I don't forget. Here we go.
First of all, your Jordans are completely fake. Second, Eraser Jin, you have absolutely no maidens. And finally, you, my friend, haven't even thought about buying Spotify Premium.
Want a break from the ads?
Nice. That was a really good Jason Griffith. Holy crap. That was very good. I hope the next one has more. Let's see. Demo reel. So this is just your demo reel of all of the voices. And then there's a third one. Okay, sweet.
Looks like the party's getting started. Time to rock and roll. What you see is what you get. I'm just a guy who loves adventure. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. Talk
Nice.
about low-budget flights, no food or movies. I'm out of here. I like running better. Nothing starts until you take action. If you have time to worry, then run. Every world has its end. I know that's kind of sad, but that's why we gotta live life to the fullest in the time we
You got
have.
Ryan and Jason down.
It all starts with this. A jewel contains the ultimate power.
David Humphrey, best Shadow.
I'm the world's ultimate life form. There's no time for games. Farewell. Where's that darn fourth chaos?
Oh no!
This is like taking candy from a baby, which is fine by me.
This is the PG version.
Chooses to become my enemy, I will fight like I always have. Heh, so, you're supposed to be the fastest thing alive? Not very impressive for someone of your reputation. Ah, the dirt suits you so well. Finally, it's time for our epic rematch. Don't disappoint me, Sonic the Hedgehog. Hey, Sonic, when did you get the racing stripes? Oops, you're just his boring doppelganger. You're from the future, huh? What's the racing scene like? I'm an immortal legend by then, right? Whoa!
Holy shit.
Yeah!
Holy shit!
How you gonna fix that with your third grade education?
Whoa!
23 years old, we shouldn't be busting holes in walls. We're gonna get fired for this. You can't touch music, but music can.
Dude, you need to be a voice actor, like now. Like you, not like for another show, you just need to have your own voice you do on Adult Swim for like a new show. You could be a Smiling Friends character
Years old, we
with
should
these
be
voices.
busting holes in walls. We're gonna get fired for this. You can't touch music, but music can touch you. You pissed me off.
The inflection's so good on that.
Ew, smells like a pile of butts. My mom? Oh no, bro. Benson's the bomb. Oh no, bro. Know where you are at all times. We tried it the nice way. Now we do it the Skips way. Well, it doesn't look like that big a deal. If he doesn't mind being a bodiless consciousness for the rest of his life, I really wish you wouldn't teach him those words. Unicorns. They peed on my lawn. There's one thing unicorns can't say no to. Drag racing. Oh yeah. Mario!
Wow!
Mario! Okie dokie. Luigi #1. Wah! Kane, is this one of your NPCs or is this a new sucker? Cause if it's a new character, we're gonna have to redo this whole theme song. We've all been stuck here for years.
Guess I couldn't avoid this show forever.
Supposedly been here the longest. That's why he's crazy. Oh no, they killed Zooble. Anyway, you guys want to go get something to eat? You know, I am pretty hungry. So what? That doesn't mean I still can't be hungry. You're violating my ears with your clapbacks. Get driving, driver! Have I ever told you that it's my dream to get eaten by you? My! It appears a new human has entered this realm! No, my dear, we can't have any of that foul language around here. We don't really venture around here in the void. Not even I know what's out there. Ho, Zooble, you mismatched piano, I'll tear you to pieces! Destructive criticism would be greatly appreciated. Hey, Zooble, look at this cool bee I drew! I think Kaufmo's gone insane. Last time I spoke with him, he was rambling endlessly about some exit. Kinda like you, Pomni. Didn't you get one too? I figured we were all on the same page here, but if not, you're gonna have to tap into those golden improv skills. I'm not Jax. I've got a bucket on my head. I'm guessing you don't want me to remove it, huh? I'd personally go with blue. Blue is my favorite color, it being closest to black and all. Well, no, there's no black wire.
Dude, holy shit. Like, every single one was good. Holy fuck. I can do a couple voices, I can't do all those. Holy shit. I don't know anything about Digital Circus. I've avoided watching that show, but I have heard Jax's voice and that sounded identical, so that was amazing. Yeah, Luigi was great. The inflections on Mordecai were impressive as fuck too, and I love Muscle Man. You know who else loves peak content? Me. Yeah, dude, you have a future in voice acting. I already see it. This is good stuff. Okay, we got Super Mario 3D World versus Sonic Generations. Which game is better? Complete tonal whiplash. I thought it was going to be more voice acting. This is great. Okay, so we got a wide spread of all your content.
Well, let's address the elephant in the room. A few days ago, I was just scrolling through my phone on YouTube when I found a YouTuber named Zach Nacho who made a poll on his YouTube channel asking...
submissions are closed for now, my friend. But I'll let y'all know if I do another one.
Surprisingly, Sonic Generations got more votes. Honestly, that was not what I was expecting at all. Now hear me out. I love both games, but it was hard for me to pick which one I liked better. So after thinking about it for a few days, I think it's time I make a video talking about this, and we're gonna break this down into 7 categories: story, gameplay, level design, soundtrack, art direction, movement, and controls. Whichever.
Okay, before we get in, I just want to reiterate I did post on the channel that submissions were on the Discord server. It's in the Show and Tell channel, although that channel is closed temporarily. We have too many submissions. So after I get through part 3 next week, we'll probably take a break from it, and then I'll announce whenever I open them back up. So we'll do this again in the future.
Game wins the category gets 1 point, and the game that comes out with the most points is the winner. Pretty much just
good at making videos too.
All
yeah.
Thoughts that I say about
great editing.
These games in this video are
good
entirely
mic.
my own opinion, but you can leave your own opinion and tell me which one you like better in the comments below. So without further ado, let's get started with our first category. The story. The story in Super Mario 3D World starts off with Mario and co just wandering around in the Mushroom Kingdom when they come across a pipe that they need to fix. It's not like the pipes that they've seen before, but as soon as they fix that clear pipe, a little fairy comes out, and the little fairy seems to be called a Sprixie Princess. The Sprixie Princess explains
Luigi, do you ever say anything nice, bro?
The Mario series has kidnapped the other 6 of the Sprixie Princesses.
He needs a pop. He needs a pop filter. He needs a pop filter.
And Mario and co have to travel through the Sprixie Kingdom to save.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't hear any popping. Also, I have a pop filter. Sometimes you can still hear the popping on mine.
The Sprixie Princess explains how Bowser, the main antagonist in the Mario series, has kidnapped the other 6 of the Sprixie Princesses. Then Bowser comes out of the pipe, kidnaps the 7th Sprixie Princess, and Mario and co have to travel through the Sprixie Kingdom to save all 7 Sprixie Princesses. To be completely honest, I really don't care for this story. To me, I feel like this is just another generic Mario story where Bowser kidnaps a princess. However, this time he kidnaps 7 princesses. I'm just happy it's completely different. So Bowser basically just kidnaps the Sprixie Princesses to conquer and extract the magic.
Yeah, I don't hear any popping, if I'm being honest.
Typical villain thing, I like it. But to me...
Okay, a tiny bit, but it's not like
Now
abrasive.
let's cover the story in Sonic Generations. After the events of Sonic Colors, Eggman discovers an entity capable of altering time called the Time Eater.
Also, whenever you're bringing up pop filter as like the only
Dr.
detriment to a video, you know it's a good video.
Classic Eggman, as the people call him. And they plan to use the Time Eater to completely erase history. Meanwhile, Sonic and friends decide to celebrate Sonic's birthday. But as they're celebrating, they all get sucked up by the Time Eater, leaving all of them into a white limbo called White Space. and Sonic has to travel through every single stage from his past in order to defeat the Time Eater and save his friends. Again, this is another generic story, but it's not as generic as
really good pacing too. I mean,
it's more
recapping what
interesting and more
happened while
entertaining
sharing your
because
thoughts
considering this came
interspersed
out during
between,
the time of
very good
Sonic's
stuff for a
20th
video.
Anniversary, I think it's cool having them celebrate Sonic's birthday on the year of his anniversary. I think the story in Generations is better written than the story in Super Mario 3D World, so Sonic Generations takes the edge in story. So Sonic Generations takes the points. Now let's move on to gameplay. Of course, both games are focused on platforming, but Sonic's is a lot more high speed, and Mario's is a lot more focused on platforming and taking your time. And you know what? I like both of these gameplay styles. I can't really decide which gameplay is better than the other, so I'm just gonna call this one a tie.
It's Mario.
Next up is level design. This is just like the gameplay situation, but however, I like one better than the other. I'm gonna give this point to Super Mario 3D World. Don't get me wrong, Sonic Generations level design is fantastic.
I got you, Needle. I got you.
It's not much original stages. They just use stages from every era of Sonic, which is a cool thing, don't get me wrong. But because of originality, I'm gonna give it to Super Mario 3D World. Now we move on to soundtrack. Easily Sonic Generations.
Yeah, no shit.
Now,
no
I'm not
shit.
really a big fan of Mario music, but I do enjoy the soundtrack at Super Mario 3D World. It's just, I prefer Sonic Generations soundtrack because it really does get my blood pumping. Also, that Modern City Escape remix was fantastic.
A classic. Okay.
Now let's move on to art direction. Both games have fantastic polish, so it's safe to say this one easily gets a tie. The next category we're going to be discussing is movement. Now in Sonic Generations, you play through two different Sonics. You play as Classic Sonic, and you play as Modern Sonic. Now, my opinion on Classic Sonic, his gameplay is good, but his movement can be at times. Compare that to Modern Sonic's movement. It's not stiff at all, and the gameplay is just like Unleashed. Super Mario 3D World's movement is very similar to like past Mario games, but it's also
No, I hear it now.
at the same time. It's a mix of Mario Galaxy fused with New Super Mario Bros, and that's not a bad thing. I actually really like it.
But you got a new mic? Look, all I was going to say is this video is
depending on the
perfect.
area that you're in. So
a pop
movement
filter, I
is
guess,
gonna
would
go
be the only
straight to
thing.
Sonic
But even then, it's not a big
Which
deal.
leaves us with only one category left. That being controls. When I first played Super Mario 3D
I'm being extremely analytical about this video because I see a lot of potential.
uncomfortable, but you get used to it when you play the game later on. They're not the most comfortable, I can admit that, but they're actually not terrible controls. Yes, they're slippery, but they're not clunky at all. Let's compare that to Sonic Generations controls. It depends on which Sonic you're playing as, really. To me, they just feel a lot more comfortable, and it just makes my experience with the game even better.
It's got
So
that
it's safe
flow.
to say Control
Yo.
goes to Sonic Generations, which leaves us with the final result being 6 points for Sonic Generations and 3 points for Super Mario 3D World. Somehow, Sonic Generations wins by a landslide. I'm not surprised. So after the final result, I think it's safe to say that I think Sonic Generations is the better game. Sorry, Super Mario 3D World, but let me know which game you guys think is better in the comments below. As always, if you enjoyed this video,
I do
be sure to
agree.
subscribe and turn on all notification bells so you won't miss any more videos from me. Also, be sure to stay tuned after the release of this video. I'm going to be streaming Sonic Adventure 2. Today it's 25th.
Oh, streaming Sonic
so
Adventure
happy
2.
anniversary to Sonic Adventure 2.
I'm assuming I missed
I'll
that
see
stream.
you guys in the next video. Later, everyone.
Go check out Angelo Emerald's. I'm gonna go ahead and say up and coming major content creator. I don't know how many subs you have for. You need more subs. You're going to get more subs. Keep making videos like this. Yeah, I mean, you said you got a new mic. That's literally the only thing that I noticed about the video that could be improved on. Like, editing's good, narration's good, writing is good, and all those things will improve even more over time anyway. So just keep doing what you're doing. That was really good. Damn, and your voices. You know, find a way to throw your voices into the videos in like miniature skits or something, or just throwaway gags. That'd be great. That's something I love to do. Not everyone loves when you do that, but I do. Ajax does it. I did it with Ajax on the SA1 No Damage video. I did it with Goblin Bricks on the Sonic 06 review. It's just fun little things like that. I feel like that would spice it up some more. And then I would say the only thing that I think is just going to be a product of you continuing to make videos and getting better is whenever you're recapping stuff like the story or locations or anything, try to, even more often than you already are, try to interject your opinions or something interesting you can add to it. Like, instead of just recapping Sonic goes to white space, be like Sonic goes to white space, which I like because blah, 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 you know? Make it more of a your perspective, because Sonic reviews are so oversaturated that recapping stuff is, like, people don't... I guess, get kind of tired of hearing it. And so you're already on the right track with putting in your opinions, but I would say do it even more often. Otherwise, great stuff. Yeah. I'm looking forward to you hitting 1K very soon. Yeah. Now we have that Sonic fan. That Sonic fan. So we got a Google Drive link and a YouTube channel link. So we have a Google Doc link. It's a video in Google Docs. Okay. Let me just go ahead and open that. Hopefully this isn't a virus. Also, let me make sure Chrome isn't showing, because I think it's going to go to my personal email. This is why I was really hoping there wouldn't be any Drive links, but it's okay. Yeah, it did. That's fine. Okay. There we go. Brr. Brr. Nice. Guys, I'm a horrible streamer. All right, here we go.
This is the end for you. Be gone. Yes! I got no time for games. The Chaos Emeralds! Let's go! This isn't gonna be easy.
Oh, it's kind of like Zelda dialogue. They say like a noise or one word.
The ultimate life form.
And you read the rest.
All right! Uh-oh! There's no escape! Nice try, Shadow. Chaos!
Not Shadow Fever.
The Knuckles. Here's up! Yes!
That's canon, by the way.
Here we go!
Just exactly what happened in Sonic 3.
Oh, no! Uh-oh! Let's go!
Cope. I love all the different zones.
Chaos control! Chaos
I like how they slowed down the green forest in the background during Chaos Control.
Easy. Chaos control!
Oh no, not Splash Hill.
What? Chaos control! Ow! You're getting on my nerves! Why are you getting in my way? What's with this guy? Whoa! Waste of time. Would you just calm down and listen to me for a second? Today, it will be finished. No! Ah! Go!
Man, finding the assets for all these backgrounds is a lot harder than it looks, I'll say that.
There's no other way ahead. Not even a challenge. Sonic, the Chaos Emeralds. I don't think so. There's no more time. I need to hurry. I think I can handle that. I will end this now. Easy. This will end it.
I love that it's the Gens fight, too. Yo! Oh, that was sick. Phantom Ruby? That was great. That was really good. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm going to send the link to their YouTube channel. But first, get that out of here. Very nice. Go check out That Sonic Fan. They really are That Sonic Fan. Ooh, Evan loves Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, Evan loves Sonic Unleashed. This is my rendition of Sonic that I made years ago. Very nice. Why do I feel like... Now, tell me if I'm crazy. Why do I feel like this Sonic is voiced by Steve Urkel? By Jaleel White. It kind of reminds me of Sad AM Sonic. Or it kind of reminds me of Sad AM Sonic and Urkel. That's awesome. He's also got the ring necklace. Are those fingerless gloves? Or are they just different colored gloves? Steve-O. Yeah, Steve-O. This Sonic is voiced by Steve-O. If you got time to worry, then run. I just did a Jet voice trying to do Steve-O's voice. Hi, I'm Steve-O from Jackass. This is very good. Love the green goggles. Jet-O. This is great. No link to share, unfortunately, but keep it up, my friend, if you see this. Jet is Steve-O confirmed. Damn it, I didn't mean to start this. Oh, we got Red Swan. Hey, he's my goat. Red Swan, you're probably not here, but we love you. Red Swan, another goated creator. Here's the link to the video. Let's check it out.
Sonic is an everlasting franchise that is still pushing out games to this very day, seemingly hitting its peak in terms of popularity and sales recently, with the Sonic movies grossing $1 billion across the 3 movies, and the success of the recent games including Sonic Frontiers, Sonic X Shattered Generations, and Sonic Racing Crossroads. And with Sonic celebrating his 35th anniversary, me and my friend Jack Sonic have both come up with how we could celebrate Sonic's legacy.
2 well-known
Hell yeah.
Mario games are Mario 2D and 3D All-Stars. 2D having Mario 1, 2, 3, Lost Levels, and also coming with Mario World with a specific version, and 3D having Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy. So today,
woo, Sunshine!
We're going to make some concepts for possible Sonic 3D collections, because believe me, we have enough 2D ones already.
We definitely do have a lot of 2D Sonic collections, and to see a 3D Sonic...
We need a Sonic 3D All-Stars with SA1, 2, and Heroes.
Now, Sonic has a lot of 3D games to choose from, whether it be the beloved Sonic Unleashed or the infamous Sonic 06. Sonic really does have a lot, and the best games to celebrate his legacy would definitely be ones that I would see having honored Sonic in some way that makes the game unique. So straight off, I'm removing games like Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic 06, and Sonic Boom Rise Lyrics, as these games do the opposite of honoring Sonic, instead poop on this name and stain his legacy.
Preach!
Not making that mistake anymore. And
this is why we love Swannies,
Generations, as those are legacy games. Look, they're great, but they're legacy games. So with that, we have narrowed down the list of 3D Sonic games. Some other games we can remove are Sonic Lost World and Sonic Forces, as those are quite poorly received games that don't necessarily tarnish Sonic's reputation.
Needle Mouse, welcome to my life, bro.
The hype that we'd want. And finally, the storybook games, because no one really cares about them.
People care about Black Knight now.
Narrowed down this list of games. And before we get to those, we have to come up with a title for this game. What do you say, Jack Sonic?
In the past, the names haven't been too related to the collection. Sonic Mega Collection Plus, which first came to mind because I own it, is definitely a collection, but not really specifying what they are. Not even that it's 2D games. Whereas with Mario, it usually is very simple, either being 2D or 3D All-Stars. We did get the recently released Sonic Origins, which, as you'd expect, has the origins of Sonic, being the first 4 main games, and then getting a paid DLC, which adds a bunch more 8-bit titles, such as Sonic 1 8-bit and Sonic Chaos. I think a good name would depend on what games are in the collection, but a good broad name would have to be something like Modern Sonic Adventures.
Yes.
Which could work, but also implies it's a collection.
Something with adventure anyway, because it should be the adventure games.
2 and 2.5. Also known as Sonic Heroes.
Yes!
For simplicity's sake, to make it obvious what's...
Bro, this video was made for me.
It should just be called Sonic 3D Compilation or Sonic 3D Gems Collection, like the original Sonic Gems Collection. I'm never the best at naming things, which you'd know if you see my video about possible next Sega consoles, so I'll let you take it away with a better idea, Swan, if you can think of one at least.
Me personally, I've never been a good person at giving game titles, so for the simplicity, let's just call it Sonic 3D Classics. And now for the list of games.
I actually really like that title.
Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Colors, and Sonic Frontiers. And based on my personal opinion, the first game I would remove is Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah.
Sonic Frontiers is such a large-scale game to me, and due to its recency, it also
doesn't belong in any era of Sonic
classics. Now, Sonic Adventures are guaranteed to be in this collection because it's the first proper 3D Sonic game. Yeah, Sonic 3D Blast, just get out of here, bro. No one likes you. The next game I would add is Sonic
Poor
Heroes.
3D Blast
Sonic
stand.
Heroes because this game implements something different that can be
Excuse me?
with Sonic 3D Classics, as this was the when Sonic was still in its grassroots, and also honors Sonic by introducing the chaotics and the 3-character dynamic that genuinely works so well in my opinion if you use it up to the max. And especially if this game could be refined in 1080p visuals and 16.
Oh, I thought he was saying it shouldn't be in
ratio, then that would be amazing. And the final game to add would be Sonic Unleashed. And yes, I know Sonic Unleashed is a pretty large-scale game as well, but if a game like Sonic Colors were to be added in substitution to Unleashed, then fans wouldn't like that now, would they? Sonic Unleashed also introduced the iconic boost formula, showing another stepstone in 3D Sonic, and arguably some of the best boost levels in Sonic history.
Yo, what's up, Rolling Tide Pod? Thank you for the 1 month.
Now, I know Sonic Adventure 2 isn't here, and a similar situation to how Mario Galaxy 2 wasn't involved in Mario 3D All-Stars. And honestly, in this parallel, it somewhat makes sense as it is 3D All-Stars, so
that's gonna piss a lot of people off if SA2 is not part of it.
I know we could just remove Heroes, but Heroes offers a different style that may be more refreshing, while Sonic Adventure 2 is just a minimized Sonic Adventure 1. Please don't hurt me, SA2.
I agree.
Oh, I absolutely will be hurting you. Never diss SA2 again. You better sleep with one eye open at night.
I'll do it.
I actually really like this list for me personally, because I'm assuming Sega would do the Dreamcast SA1, which controls a little.
SA2 the GOAT? No, SA1's the GOAT.
Sonic Heroes would be cool because my PS2 isn't with all my other consoles, so I can't just go from playing SA2 to Heroes without having to go up 4 flights of stairs. And Unleashed? Yeah, the only charging stand that could charge the 360 controllers I have got sold by my dad, and I don't know why, but whatever. The game was too addicting. This obviously is my opinion, and it's fine if anyone disagrees, but honestly, Swan, love it. 10 out of 10, no notes.
I don't think the boost game should be involved in this collection at all. It should just be the early 3D era.
Because SA1 was the first.
And then have like your own boost era collection
Sonic
separately.
Heroes introduced a few new characters and a new team-based playstyle, and Sonic Unleashed was the first 3D Sonic game with the boost formula. If you didn't know, Sonic Rush actually came out in the big 05, a whole 3 years before Unleashed, which is kind of crazy to me. I guess it could also be called something like Modern Sonic Innovations or something along those lines. But
Sonic Innovations.
YouTube title, to be honest.
I'd love to see that.
The ideas we have for a Sonic 3D games collection for things like a title, games, and even the box art. But anyways, be sure to like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want, and talk about low budget flights, no food or movies. I'm gonna let Swan talk now. Take it away.
Hell yeah.
Before we get to the end of this video, I just want to shout out Jack Sonic for being on this video and contributing to the ideas of possible legacy Sonic games. And with that, we have come to the end.
Oh, my left ear.
Whether it be a simple collection like
Oh, that's in my left ear.
2 and Heroes, or adding a boost game like Unleashed, I just hope one day we will be able to see a Sonic 3 collection similar to Mario 3 All-Stars in the coming future. And with that, this is Red Swan signing off.
Nice, dude. That's a great video. A lot of cool ideas. Although I think fundamentally, I would start from a different premise. I think it should be a completely separate collection. It should be the 3D Classics collection of SA1, 2, and Heroes. And it should be the Boost Classics collection of Unleashed, Colors, and Gens. I think those should be together, or separate. I think those two collections should be separate. It should be the 3D All-Stars, but of each era. Frontiers is not yet, it doesn't belong in an era yet, because it defined a new one, I suppose. And then nobody wants Forces, so... Other than that, I don't think SA1, Heroes, and Unleashed should be in a collection without SA2. I mean, I don't care, but that would piss a lot of people off. But it's nice to see Heroes being loved for a change over SA2. That's nice. Yo, Sonic, thank you. Why can't I read that? 6353 Wantabo Apartment 6. You're gonna want to hold off. Yeah? Why? Hey, Varian K! Varian K is streaming right now, so they're gonna miss this. This is their Sonic Adventures 2 video. Overrated? Does that guys, does that thumbnail look similar? Where have we seen that? Consider me a little bit of a trailblazer, I suppose. Sonic Adventure 2 overrated. I've seen this video. It's not overly critical of SA2. It's actually quite a lot more generous than mine was. But yeah. First of all, I forgot to copy the link again. Go check out Red Swan, subscribe to Red Swan. Good content right there. And now, speaking of people you should subscribe to, Varian K's new video.
Now
Now, how do I tackle this game without causing a global conflict? Sonic Adventure 2. A game that used to be praised and loved by all has now become a game of division. Some people love it, some people hate it, and I don't think there's really many that are in between. Although if you are part of the in-between crowd, I see you out there. Back in the day, you'd hear no praise of this game. But now, all of a sudden, people are being more vocal about how it's not as good as people say it is.
video.
Which, by the way, that opinion is completely valid.
Also, I forgot, this is 22 minutes. We'll do the intro, skip to the gameplay. We'll skip over the story.
If this is your first time visiting the channel, first of all, welcome. And second of all, I don't judge. If you love this game or you hate this game, you have every right to. Even if you just feel a little bit indifferent to it. Personally, I love Sonic Adventure 2, but I also notice its shortcomings.
Me too, buddy.
We're going to get into today. Grab a snack, your favourite drink, that sort of malarkey. Sit down and get comfortable. I feel like you're going to have to. Ladies and gentlemen, Sonic Adventure 2. Let's fucking go, boys!
Yeah! Hell yeah, goated intro. Like, I'm assuming it's story time.
And they will say that the story is one of the strongest.
Yeah, we'll skip over the story and get to the gameplay.
Well. I think we all remember the infamous shuttle crash. Long story short, TLDR, whatever you want to call it, all of these elements really make the story work. And I, for one, truly believe that the story is one of the strongest elements of Sonic Adventure 2.
Agreed.
Now, with all that being said and done, let's move on to the gameplay. This is the part of the video that may or may not get me shot. But hey, I do it for the love of the game. So I find the gameplay of Sonic Adventure 2 is where the division truly begins. Some people absolutely love it, others not so much. A lot of the common criticisms come from the mech stages or the treasure hunting stages, and sometimes a mix of both. Hell, I've seen some people criticize the speed stages for simply being too linear. And listen, while overall I do love the gameplay of Sonic Adventure 2, I also acknowledge its shortcomings. However, despite all that, I really do like the difficulty and challenge in this game. Listen, it's going to be very rare for you to get an A rank on City Escape on your very first playthrough, because, quite simply put, you are underpowered to fuck. You don't have all the abilities that you unlock throughout the game. You have base Sonic as he is intended, I guess, if that's the right way of putting it. But that is kind of where my first major praise comes from. The ranking system in this game is absolutely sublime.
Yep, it's balanced very well. Probably better than any other Sonic game, besides maybe Colors.
All you have to do to get an S rank is complete the stage within a certain time. I know this because when you complete a stage on Sonic Frontiers, it literally tells you what time you need to meet to get that S rank. Whereas in Sonic Adventure 2, there is a lot more to it than that. For example, in the speed stages, if you use your momentum to perform tricks and take out enemies, it racks up that score very quickly. And while at first it may be very difficult to get that A rank or even a decent rank in general, as you level up Sonic and Shadow throughout the game, and by leveling up, by the way, I mean when you collect the various items that give you power-ups, A ranks become a lot easier to get, and as a result, I think the runs become a lot more satisfying to play. Which leads me on to my next point. These speed stages are out and out the best stages in the entire game. However, the only flaw is that there's not really that many of them. Sonic has a total of 6 stages, whereas Shadow only has a measly 4.
That's the same amount of speed stages as there are in Sonic Adventure 1.
Irks me. The fact that both Knuckles and Rouge both have 5 stages each, more on those a little bit later on, just kind of rubs me the wrong way a little bit. I would have happily had one of those two sacrifice a stage, just so Shadow or Sonic could get an additional stage, at the very least. I don't know, maybe I'm being picky here, but overall, the speed stage...
You got great news, Angelo? What's up?
I cannot tell you the amount of times I've played City Escape. I mean, on my current save... Yay. As for the other kinds of stages that are in the game, you've got the AT-AT simulator, and you've also got the treasure hunting stages. Both of which, in my opinion, are the weakest.
Hey, congrats, man. Congrats on the GF, bro.
I do, albeit slightly.
It's not easy to do.
Prefer the mech stages over the treasure hunting stages. But yeah, neither of them are really my go-to. Whenever I boot up Sonic Adventure 2, I usually play the speed stages, and that's kind of it. I don't really go out my way to play the others. That's not to say the stages are necessarily bad.
Yes, and the cart stage actually counts as an official stage in the game.
Kind of low-key love Pumpkin Hill, I'm not gonna lie. I guess I'll dive into a little
Pumpkin
bit
Hill's
more
the best
detail. The mech
level.
stages just kind of play like little shoot-em-ups, if that makes sense. You use the weapons on your mech to take out enemies while you try to make it to the goal ring. The treasure hunting stages, though, are a completely different beast, and not in a good way.
They're fun to speedrun, but they're very unintuitive.
Of the Master Emerald,
and the padding
or
is
some
obvious.
keys or
It's
whatever
obvious
it is
and
that
bad.
they ask you to find. However, it has a very weird spawning system. Basically, at least to my knowledge, they kind of spawn one at a time. You can't just look for them in any order that you...
Guys, he's been corrected about this, by the way. He knows that they all spawn.
And then after you find that one, the next one will spawn, and so on and so forth. Which, I'm not gonna lie, guys, is low-key infuriating. When I say I hate these stages, I fucking mean it. Honestly, I know people are gonna say that it's a skill issue and this, that, and the other, and that's fine, but I don't know, man. I just don't have fun with these stages.
It is a skill issue. If you don't speedrun SA2, then you can't complain about the quality.
With the Knuckles and Rouge,
who corrected him? Me and everybody else.
No, not for me, mate. You may have also noticed in the gameplay footage that you've been seeing that there are these little blue cute crates. Each stage has about 3 of them. Break the first one, you get a key. You break the others, you get some Chaos Drives.
Okay, I'm gonna skip over Chao Garden.
Animals as well. And if you...
Because I'm not crazy about Chao Garden. I mean, I think it's a really good idea. I think it's well done, but it's just not my thing.
These parts is an absolute
also
unit.
time limit.
Honestly, I really miss the days when developers included stuff like this. Because more often than not, you'd find these things by accident. You know, because you was an impatient kid and you wanted to skip the cutscenes and get straight to the gameplay. So you would mash buttons hoping that you could skip the cutscene. And then you discover a gem like this. It's actually awesome, I'm not gonna lie.
CD, you went to get ice? You got them?
And another thing I wanted to briefly cover in the gameplay section is the soundtrack.
Thank fuck. It's over.
I was gonna make it its own separate section, but considering that you hear most of the soundtrack during the gameplay, I felt it was fitting to put it here. You've heard little bits and bobs of the soundtrack during this video.
I'm actually...
and I have to say, Sonic Adventure 2 certainly has one of the better soundtracks in the Sonic franchise, which is no easy feat because Sonic soundtracks very rarely miss. Yeah, you can say what you want about Sonic games, whether they're good or bad, but most of the time, usually everybody agrees on one thing about pretty much most Sonic games, that the soundtracks are certified bangers, and it's no different here with Sonic.
I will say SA2 soundtrack to me is a huge step down from the first
from Sonic Adventure 1, but I think most people can agree that Live and Learn is one of the most iconic songs in the entire franchise. Not gonna lie, when I heard Live and Learn play in the 3rd Sonic movie, I lost my shit. That's just how much of a banger this song truly is. Like, come on, look at me with a straight face and tell me that this isn't a banger. I bet you can't. And trust me,
it's catchy, but it's the weakest in terms of songwriting out of Crush 40's early work.
What can I say? This game is full of absolute certified bangers. However, despite how good the soundtrack is in this game has some serious, and I mean serious, issues with audio mixing. You'll have cutscenes in this game where the music is so loud you can barely hear the dialogue. You can just about...
To be fair, Battle made that worse.
Tails and Amy, I hate to ask, but could you help them? This is our last chance.
What? Did they just forget to balance the audio or something? In which, by the way, you can't turn down the audio in this game. What you hear is what you get. Unless, of course, you're playing the PC version.
Just a guy that loves music.
External matters, and I suppose if you're playing on a console, you can just turn your TV down. But that still doesn't fix the audio issues in this game. Listen, Sega, I love the soundtrack of this game, but I'd also like to hear what the characters are saying, please. I think I've covered all bases in terms of gameplay. I would have probably mentioned the bosses in this game, but I ain't gonna lie, Chief, the bosses ain't anything special in this game. They're just kind of your
They're better than Adventure 1's bosses.
So nothing major, really. But anyway, moving on.
I predict 10 minutes from now, they'll be at each other's throats with war paint on their faces and a pig head on a stick. It was getting a little chummy around here.
Do you remember how at the start of the video I mentioned how this game nowadays causes division, whereas only a short few years ago people unanimously agreed that this was one of the best, if not the best, Sonic game of all time, whereas the people who didn't like this game so much were very much a vocal minority. And whenever any of the vocal minority said anything remotely negative about this game, they were met with 2 words: skill issue.
It is
However,
true.
Within recent
very
years,
hostile.
the vocal minority has been getting a lot louder. More videos are being made on how Sonic Adventure 2 is overrated. Hell,
hey, that was me!
Sections on any video about Sonic Adventure 2, and you do see a lot more people saying how the game is overrated. Hell, when I told my wonderful community that I was making this video, I received comments from people saying how this game is overrated. Trust me, a few short years ago, this was not very common at all, but it's becoming a lot more common. And you know what? Between you and me,
yeah, this is a new thing over the last couple years, I've noticed.
People always held this opinion of Sonic Adventure 2, but for whatever reason, they felt afraid to come out and talk about it. Not necessarily because they'd be told it was a skill issue, but I think more or less because they felt outnumbered. But I think the fact that more and more people are coming out and calling this game overrated, there's some kind of solidarity there. I think the people who don't hold this game in such a high regard no longer feel alone in their opinion. And listen, this is not just for me to focus on the people.
I think a lot of people just got sick of SA2 being the standard for what Sonic fans took inspiration from this era.
With their chest,
SA1 and Heroes have a lot of good content to take from, but
I think
it was always this one. This was the golden child.
Completely entitled to your opinion of this game. But I've noticed anytime there's a debate about Sonic Adventure 2, there just seems to be so much discourse. And if you want my final verdict on the game, I will save that for the conclusion. But I more wanted to include this segment just to remind people that opinions are like you know what. We've all got one, and that is
the woke mob will silence us no longer. The woke SA2 mob.
Like the same things. Don't you think the world would be a pretty boring place? Some people prefer
make SA1 legal again.
Some people prefer Sonic Adventure 2. Some people call them potato chips, other people call them crisps. And that's
some people are wrong.
If you've made it this far, first of all, thank you so much for watching. And second of all, and I hate to sound like one of those blokes on Twitter, all of my views on this game are my own and my own only. This video is not me.
Yeah, okay, that is the time limit. But everybody, again, go watch this video. It's a very good video. He's very fair to the game. And he's very right about the way things have changed lately. Because I was part of that, I was one of the vocal minority that always saw SA2 as the weaker of the three around that time. And everyone else seemed to, like, that was their favorite. That was always the one people liked. Even today, casuals outside of the fandom seem to think SA2 is the best. Just look at Moist Critical, you know? And so it was kind of annoying that the entire series and all the fandom was just taking from this game when talking about the Adventure era. And so it did get frustrating. And anytime you try to criticize the game, it was met with insane backlash, personal insults, skill issue comments. That's not so much the case anymore. Now it's a huge wave of offenders going towards SA2. So that means I can shut up about it now. But I just want to make that clear. Like, that is how things used to be. Moist Critical has the safest takes ever, yes. Hi, not Sonic fans. If you like 7-year-old animated stink posts, here's one for you. My friend, they're called shit posts. Cream Believer, Sonic Adventure 3, The Battle Comes Home. Let's see. Let's see.
This video is sponsored by Og Water.
What?
Hey everybody, it's me, TV's Comedy Goldstein. If you've been following this channel, you know that Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is my favorite game of all time besides Crash Bandicoot. I love its abstract floating bridge. I love how you just die. I love its egg golem, which is also the golem. It's a masterpiece. I wrote Sega an email asking them to make a sequel, and they said no. I was so sad that I asked a second time, and they said...
Who is this?
No, they didn't. That's a lie.
Hold on, who is this? Cream Believer? Oh, they have 50,000 subscribers. I was like, there's no way. This is like really good. This is too good. Okay.
It's also the golem. It's a masterpiece. I wrote Sega an email asking them to make a sequel, and they said no. I was so sad that I asked a second time, and they said yes. No, they didn't. That's a lie. But I could do it, so I did it. So I made the game, and the series means a lot to me, so I'm going to analyze the new one and figure out if it lives up to my expectations. Oh yeah, and this new rabbit thing is my new creator avatar character, or CAC. Studies show that it's an effective way to engage an audience, so please don't yell at me. I can't take the yelling. Intro.
Beautiful. This is how you make a video. This is crazy. I could never. The pacing, the jokes, the animations.
Now, we Sonic fans have been anticipating this for almost 20 years, so I was a little worried that it'd be bad. So I booted up the old Nintendo Switch.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh!
And it started off pretty good, but then I was worried, what if it's a Sonic game? What if it's a Sonic game, but not a Sonic Adventure game? You may ask
why they blur Rouge's eyes.
Separates the Sonic Adventures from the boys. Chapter 1, Sonic Adventures vs. Boys. First, in a Sonic Adventure game, characters don't do jokes. Everything everyone says is taken seriously, which is great because I don't like jokes. I don't like them. Did the new one pull it off? Well, just look at this clip from the climax of the game.
I thought I raised you better than this. You're my only son. Not anymore!
Oh, yeah, spoilers. You can pause cutscenes now. The other thing that makes it a true Sonic adventure is having multiple storylines that intersect, and they did not disappoint. Where 2 had Hero and Dark, 3 has these 2 new ones. Wait, give me 1 minute.
What the fuck?
Like I was saying, there's the dad's story mode and the kid's story mode. These characters have aged in real time.
This person put more work into a shit post than I have into
Now
anything
Sonic
I've
and the
made.
gang have teenage kids. It's a pretty clever idea that I've never seen done before. So, for the story to make sense, we got to do some genealogy. So, Chapter 2, Sonic makes whoopee! As usual, the Blue Man himself is at the center of all this. After Adventure 2, he married Rogi.
I hope this
the
goes
Bat, and
big.
they had
This guy has like 50,000
His
subscribers.
brother Tails married Knuckles the Echidna and had their own son, John Chainmail. And quick aside, John Chainmail, he's like, I mean, I think he's a pretty interesting new character. Like he's like this little, Mushroom Man. He's pretty cool. And Dr. Eggman married my man Knuckles, and they had their daughter Susanna. With that finished, it's
Holy shit, this has been the longest 3 minutes of my life.
all right,
It's only been 3 minutes. There's so much in this.
Keep them in line, but their efforts to do that only push the kids to skip Hebrew school, resulting in them turning even more evil. In their levels, Sonic and Sonic need to race to specifically place bombs to either defuse or detonate them. Knuckles and John Chainmail have treasure hunting stages, of course. Finally, we got Tails and Susanna's levels, which are...
Oh, I'm going. I know. Shut up. Shut up!
Chapter 4.
I'm so
comparing
confused
the
by
old
that bit.
one to the new one. Alright, let's see what they got right from the first game. We got the action stages, still tight as ever. Chaos Drives are back, getting graded.
Chaos Drives are back, yes.
They're still great! Remember staying up till 4 a.m. to beat Time Attack on the dang desert level? Now there's 600 emblems. And Knuckles still says that line when he digs and he doesn't get anything.
Merry Christmas.
But there's also like...
What is this? I need more. I'll send the link in a minute
Necessary
after it's over.
changes. Physics is off, like Knuckles jumps way too high in this one. Sonic Somersault makes the wrong noise. And now there's this blurry character, Cow Garden. I don't know what that's about. This is supposed to be one of those nostalgic cash grabs, right? So
I gotta mute my mic, bro.
To make you remember what it felt like when you were 7, because it doesn't, and that makes me a little mad. But maybe that's the problem. The reason Sonic Adventure 3 can't succeed is I'll never again experience a game like this for the first time because I've already done it. It's like the saying, you can never go home again. But it also turns out there's this place called Lax where you can get on a plane and they'll just take you home again? How do people not know about this? So I decided I'd escape from the city, go back to the town where I grew up to see if I could recapture the magic of being a kid. The roads are uglier there. And also, it was just really cold, and that sucks, and I forgot how bad that is. It's cold. But you know, Sonic was there, and that was pretty cool.
I'm Sonic. I'm Sonic. I'm Sonic. I'm Sonic.
And nobody made me drink Oag water. With that in mind, I flew back feeling like I had some character growth. It's like the Sonic Adventure series. You start your life as the OG, Sonic Adventure 2 Sonic. Everything feels like a new journey. You grab that rocket thing in Metal Harbor, and it's like you're the first person in the world to do it. But one day you wake up and you realize you're not Sonic Adventure 2 Sonic anymore. You're Sonic Adventure 3 Sonic. And that's not a bad thing, because that means you're in control. You're wiser. You ain't got no arms. And they brought back the Chow Garden for this one, which is pretty great. I've already maxed out my main Chow's power stat. Now I'm afraid of him, so if anyone has any tips, let me know on Facebook. Final roundup. I give it an 8.8 out of 10. And if you like this video, be sure to subscribe. Hey, where's the guy? He's not in his little, whatever. Please subscribe, leave a comment, and next month I'm doing Ape Escape.
It's great. This is a great bit.
I'm sorry, whom?
Hey guys, thanks for watching the video.
Wow.
And I'd like to thank all my patrons who made this whole thing possible.
Yeah, holy shit. Okay. First of all, that was the longest 7 minutes of my life. It was also the best 7 minutes of my life. That's amazing. Cream Believer. As soon as the video started, I'm like, this person has to have a lot of subscribers, and they do. Holy shit. Bro got a celebrity in this. I mean, Canon Construction was also here. Canon has a lot of subs as well. I don't think SF sent anything. I know Needle Mouse did. God, that was a shit post for sure. With more work than I put into anything in my life. Do I count twin? Yes. Also, how far down are you, Needle Mouse? Because I think we'll stop at yours. Okay, you're right there. So we'll stop at yours, Needle Mouse. And then part 3 we'll finish it. This is Will. Will's a goob. Made this guide of sorts a couple weeks ago. I thought I'd share it here because I didn't do so well. Could someone comment if Nask watches it at some point? Yes. Somebody do that. The weird speedrunning world of Sonic Unleashed. Ooh, I'm excited to see this.
There's not really much.
Why did it start 2 minutes in? I have not seen that. Maybe I have seen this. Huh.
Speedrunning in games has always been so strange to me. Like, what do you mean if I put in the most random combinations known to man and tilt my stick 45 degrees to the right and up ever so slightly, I'll just beat the game? Like, who even figured this stuff out? How bored are you? And of course, Sonic is...
yes, Needle Mouse. Yours will be the last one.
Newer games, there's still methods to pull off crazy time skips. However, you all know that this video is about Unleashed. Surprisingly, this almost 20-year-old game is home to some of the most insane and easy to pull off skips in the entire series. And of course, in this video, I'll be talking about 10 useful strats in order from the easiest all the way to the hardest to pull off.
M-Speed.
And kind of go in depth about what makes...
Teach me M-Speed.
I'll even touch up on some skips for the Werehog, although strats for him are very few and not nearly as useful as Daytime Sonics. Also, I'll explain the general inputs, but don't expect me to go too in-depth on ways to make specific strategies easier, because there's plenty of tutorials out there. But anyways...
That's crazy, this video is exactly 10 minutes long.
What's the surprise?
The easiest Sonic Unleashed speedrun strat to pull off isn't even usually used in speedruns, but it is, however, really useful for maintaining your boost meter through long sections with no rings. And I'm of course talking about snaking.
Control stick inputs are kind of hard for me. It's the same with SA2's kart sections.
Usually in those games, you need at least some precision and thought, but Unleashed, this is really easy to pull off. Simply start boosting, hold down the drift button, flick the analog sticks left and right, and oh my god, you're a pro already! Like I said before, this can be used for very casual runs, and is very helpful when there's no rings in
But you gotta flick it really fast each direction, and you gotta do it for the same amount of time each way.
But
that's what always messes me up.
Quick pause, if you want to support the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe, as at the time we're recording this, we just hit 6,000 subscribers.
Woo, congrats!
Oh my god, thank you all. If you're not already subscribed, do that now. Maybe even hype this video so it gets pushed out to more people who might be interested in this type of content. Anyways, let's move on to the next strat. This next move, called the Spinning Needle Attack, is also really easy to pull off, and it's honestly kinda easier than snaking. First, get it into a running motion with the Werehog with any of the two triggers, jump, and then hit Y, or triangle. This propels the Werehog forward and is a great way to navigate areas.
Triangle is correct.
It also doubles as an attack so you can damage enemies, which is pretty cool and useful. There's not really much more to add here, so let's go back to Daytime Sonic for the next move, the Quick Step Slide. The Quick Step Slide is one of two moves that
I cannot get this trick to work.
It's a ton easier than the Quick Stomp Slide, which I'll talk about later. To pull the Quick Step Slide off, gain some speed before holding down the slide. While you're sliding, hit the shoulder buttons like a mad person, and you'll start to see Sonic gain even more speed. For whatever reason, you'll go faster if you aren't boosting while quick step sliding. If anyone knows why and would care to explain, I'd like to know. Anyways, the quick step slide is used for long stretches of land, which show up a lot in Unleashed. A great example of the speedrun route with QSS is in the beginning of Skyscraper Scamper, where you can perform this in combination with the next skill I'll talk about, proper drifting, to pull off this cool skip to go straight to the infamous drifting section. This move is also very useful during the Arrow Chaser segments, which is something that both of the QSSs have in common. But speaking of drifting, the next strat we'll be talking about is mastering Unleashed Drift. Most people don't like the drift in this game, to put it simply.
I do.
Mostly because they suck at Unleashed and
yes,
haven't taken the time to learn how to properly use it. That's
skill
a
issue.
Shame too, because it's really easy to learn. Think of Sonic as a car in this game. If you try drifting by only veering your control stick in the direction you want to go, it's gonna be a lot harder to properly control him during his drifting path. But if you ever seen the movie Cars and you remember what Doc Hudson said, you know...
When is my video? I'm not sure. We are stopping after a couple more, but we'll get to... If we don't get to yours now, we'll get to it next Friday.
And then slam the other direction. By doing this, you can make much sharper turns, and some previously hard drifting sections will be made incredibly easy. A good way to practice your drifting is just to play Savannah Citadel Act 2, because it's basically just copy and paste the exact same turn over and over.
Splotch, did you just use the word neutrino like it was nothing?
To staying in the center of the path. But just in case you wanted to stay near the walls, this next skill with the Werehog will help you glitch through them entirely.
1cc recreation video? I'll check for it after this video is done.
Anyways, the input side of this glitch is really easy. It's more so the timing and the punishment upon failure of it that makes this skill so hard to pull off. Start by making your way to a wall and hugging up against it with the analog stick. While still walking against it, hit X, Y, Y, or square triangle to make the Werehog do this attack. This is the important part. When the Werehog finishes this spinny breakdance motion, hit the left bumper to bring up the shield. If you did it right, he should be tilted sideways and should be able to walk through the wall. If you failed, that can be one of two things. Either nothing happened and you could try again, or you fell through the map. If you can consistently pull this off multiple times in stages like Arid Sands and Rooftop Run, it'll shave your time off significantly. However, there aren't really many other scenarios where you can use this move, so you'll basically...
If you do it just right, and don't fuck anything up,
trust me,
it works every time.
You'll be saving more time than you could ever save with Go Through Walls. And it's the main trick that almost all serious Unleashed speedrunners use. I'm of course talking about M-Speed and D-Speed.
M-Speed, come on, show me.
D-Speed were both introduced in Unleashed, and are really only easy to pull off in this game. Of course, they're not simple to learn, but compared to Generations, Unleashed is much more lenient with the execution of these skills. We'll start with the easier of the two, M-Speed. To get going, make sure you have enough ring energy for a quick air boost. Tilt your control stick ever so slightly so that Sonic starts walking. Make sure to keep this position for the entire time you want to keep your speed, or it
Seriously?
won't work. Once Sonic starts walking, gain a quick boost of speed by hopping, air boosting, and sliding when you land. Keep your finger on the slide button for more speed, and keep jumping. If you did it right, Sonic should launch forward like he's flying. You'll know when you get it. For D-Speed, which is the 2D counterpart of M-Speed, the procedure is the exact same. It takes a bit less input to get Sonic moving in 2D, but once you do the same thing. Hop, air boost, slide, and jump again. A great place to practice both skills is in Savannah Citadel Act 1, where the opening section is a nice flat area for M-Speed, and the first 2D section opens with a great place for a nice D-Speed launch with this dash pad. These skills are essential for any glitch speedrun, as they can be used almost anywhere with proper usage. Combined with the quick step slide and the next skill, the quick stomp slide, these are easily the best way to gain tremendous amounts of speed in Unleashed. The quick stomp slide goes basically hand in hand with M-Speed, so you'll need to have that skill down before attempting this one. But once you're confident in your M-Speed capabilities,
I am not.
Start M-Speeding, rev up an M-Speed.
I don't think I'm ever going to try speedrunning Unleashed.
You know what I mean. And hold the stomp button when you're almost returned to the ground. Keep the stomp button held just long enough to start a slide before pressing jump again. When you're just starting out, it's helpful to not rush the inputs or you'll likely do it wrong. Keep the jump and slide held for longer just to practice the motions with your fingers, because it's a lot to input in a very short amount of time. When you've built up enough skill with it, you can try hopping instead of jumping to go even faster. I'd recommend practicing this in a mod called Spagonia Running Track, link in the description. Or if you're playing on original hardware in 2026, practice in Skyscraper Scamper's Aero Chaser section. This move is great for retaining consistent velocity with M-Speed and long patches of flat space. But anyways, let's move on to the final Werehog strat, known as the Guard Cancel Uppercut. This move is up here for a reason. It requires a consistent slew of inputs that not even I've mastered yet. Granted, I only practiced this for like 20 minutes, but it's still really difficult. You should start in an open space like Savannah Citadel's hub world. This skill pairs two moves together to create one fluid motion, both requiring your shield to be activated. For the first move, hold the analog stick forward and press A, or X for PlayStation. The Werehog should lunge forward at this. For the next move, hold the shield, move the analog stick backwards, and press Y, or a triangle. You'll see that the Werehog lunges forward and does an uppercut. But try this again, and this time...
Yeah, you guys are welcome to try this.
Bring up your shield again to cancel the animation.
I don't think I'm going to get any of these right, except for maybe the quick step.
Before combining them. You need to keep your analog stick placements pretty precise, otherwise the Werehog will spin off in different directions each time. So far, this is the most progress I've made. definitely not great. However, mastery of the skill will grant you the best speed that the Werehog can offer, and looks like this. This strat can be used for
ridiculous.
traversal and combat, so it's an incredibly useful skill to have for the Werehog stages. But you know what's also useful? Skipping the entirety of Windmill Isle Act 2 with the last skill, Break Speed. Break Speed is insanely hard to pull off consistently, and also highly situational. What this skill does is take the speed retained from 3D into 2D and combines it with an M-speed jump, which sends Sonic flying. However, the correct analog stick placement is so incredibly precise that even the slightest misplacement can end your run. And sometimes, Sonic goes so fast that the game can't handle it and goes black. If this happens, don't restart the level, it will crash your game, return to the world map. The best place to test this mechanic is in Windmill Isle Act 2, in the transition to the first 2D section. It's really helpful to look at a reference video with inputs shown, so you know where to set your stick. So far, I haven't pulled off this skip successfully, but who knows, maybe it'll happen while I'm supposed to be editing this video. Well, that about does it for Unleash's many
I guess not.
skills. I hope you guys have enjoyed and were able to pull off some of these skips.
That's awesome. I love learning about speedrun strats in different
games.
games.
Like the video, comment your results or questions, all the things that'll push this video out. And I'll see you guys next week.
There's the link. Please go check them out. God, I love speedrun tech. It's so interesting to me. It's shit that I'm never going to pull off unless it's in Heroes. So, it's just cool to see other people do it. Okay, let's see. Yami, if you are still here, yours is going to be the second one next week. So we're going to stop at Needle Mouse's today. So you're going to be right after Baguette next week. Next up we have Cat, also known as UCats. All my collections, Funko Pops, figures, games, plushies, signature from IDW artists and writers, and Sonic 06 PS3 on my birthday. Ooh. Alright, Cat. Oh, it's Neo Metal! Ooh! I don't even like Funko Pops, but I want that one. That's sick. And it's got Sonic and the Black Knight with Caliburn. Very cool. Shadow is Batman. Nice. Holy fuck! I do have this guy. I have this guy, the classic Sonic. A lot of Shadow stuff. Colors DS, Shadow Gens PS5, Crossworlds PS5, Frontiers PS5. Damn. A lot of comics. Okay, there's IDW. Very nice. And there it is. Dude, I got this for cheaper back in like 2010 or 2011. I got it for $5 at Walmart, I think. That's crazy. Very nice, Cat. You have a very nice collection. Alright, Cerberus. Just the first 10 minutes is fine. You got it, my friend. This is a review he did for Transformers Devastation. I did not get to finish it yet, so I'm going to, I guess, after this stream. But so far, it's very good. And criminally underviewed. So, let's check it out. Let me get the link. Alright.
Inconsistency. Sometimes, if there's one thing that remains consistent in the Transformers franchise, it's inconsistency. Sometimes, you'll get something great, like the MP Beast Wars figures. Good job, Takara. No one does it quite like you. Oh. Well, at least we have good movies. Oh. Well, we have good games that we'll be able to play forever? Aw, man.
Yeah, not gonna lie, Transformers, I was into the first one as a kid, and then that was it. I could not get back into it.
Devastation is, as a lot of people have been saying, the best Transformers game you can't buy. But because, apparently, Activision only likes money when it comes to selling us ridiculous skins in COD, we can't get good Transformers games. Or any for that matter. RIP Reactivate. But there may be some hope. There's ways to get a hold of these great games.
Yo!
I'm talking about the depressing state of Transformers games. Let's talk about the best multi-part G1 episode that is also a video game. Now, let's talk about what makes this the best Transformers game ever made, and you can fight me on that. The gameplay. It's basically DMC and Metal Gear Rising mixed with Transformers.
Yeah.
Hack and slash fun with a killer soundtrack and huge spectacle boss fights. You have 3 types of combat, with each character getting their own special attacks: melee, ranged, and driving. Melee combat is actually a bit more complex than you'd think. You have a light and heavy attack that you chain together to create combos. Complete a combo, and you'll be able to perform a special attack that involves your selected character's alt mode. All of them are pretty much the same. They either ram into them or do something that defies physics. Bro, what? All except my boy, Grimlock. Grimlock is special. He's a very special boy.
Tell Grimlock about Petro Rabbits again.
Not like that. See, when he performs his combo ender, you change into Dino mode, ram into whatever poor unfortunate Decepticreep you happen to be pounding on, then you continue your combo as a metal T-Rex. I mean, how cool is that? Ranged combat is a lot simpler. You equip 3 different ranged weapons that you can switch to on the fly. You can also interrupt a melee combo with your ranged weapon.
Not gonna lie, this game looks really fun.
Driving is
game looks
also used
really
for traversal, but your vehicle mode can be used for combat.
I already love DMC.
You can either ram into the cons, or if you build up enough speed and press either of the melee buttons, you perform a charge attack that can break shields. This will be your main form of guard break, but it can also do some pretty decent damage. I also found you can drive in a circle for a few seconds to build enough speed in smaller areas. Overall, combat is smooth and precise, while also being very beginner-friendly. Combat rewards combos, but it won't punish you for using the same ones over and over or button mashing. It takes a bit to get in the rhythm of things, but when it clicks, oh boy, it clicks. Now, no story would be complete without a great cast of characters, and this game has that in spades. From their design, to the writing, to the animations, and especially the voices, with most of the original cast even returning to voice their respective characters.
Teach me, Cerberus, because I know nothing about Transformers.
Characters, being Optimus Prime, who we'll be playing as for this review, Sideswipe, Wheeljack, Bumblebee, and my boy Grimlock.
Grimlock, get your noodle out of my face!
There are also some DLC character skins, those being Nemesis Prime, Goldbug, and Red Alert, but unless you already have them, you probably won't be getting them. Huge bummer. Now that we've taken a bit to discuss who we'll be playing as, let's talk about the overall excellent boss fights in this game. Our very first boss fight comes right after the tutorial, and we're fighting Devastator? Okay. It's not too bad, just continue to chip at his feet and occasionally hit his head and you'll be alright. I love how huge and intimidating they made Devastator here.
Forgot about that.
It really feels like a threat, and it adds a lot to the scale and presentation of this fight. You actually fight Devastator.
I see what he means by Metal Gear Rising now.
Times, but we'll get into that in a sec. First, I need to mention something about the second boss fight, Megatron, who I'll be going into more detail about later. Side note, I find it very interesting how we fight Megatron and Devastator twice in the first chapter of the game. Why would they do that this early? Why would they have you fight high-level Decepticons after the tutorial? And what are they gonna do now? Will they reintroduce these bosses? How will they top this? Well, with Devastator, they actually make some very interesting changes. Before the second Devastator fight, you get to fight the Constructicons individually, 2 at a time. That's really cool. I love the whole idea of fighting the Constructicons individually, mostly so I can let out some pent-up frustration over the loss of one of my favorite Autobots. Fuck you, Scavenger, this one's for Prowl! Every Constructicon feels different and has their own unique gimmick, so every fight feels different. Not only that, but the level is left relatively open. You have to shut down 3 generators, with 2 Constructicons at each, and you can tackle whichever one in whichever order. Later on, you get to fight Devastator again, but this time with Menasor, but we'll get to that soon. Before that, let's talk the Big Megs. Megatron is disappointingly easy and very simple. All you do is rush him when his shield is up, then wail on him until his health bar is down. He then retreats in the next cutscene. To someone unfamiliar with Transformers, this makes Megs seem weak and cowardly. To someone who is very familiar with Transformers, this tracks. To avoid the consequences of the big bad dying, he just fucks off so the rest of the game can happen.
That was the stream. It was good.
Disappointing.
Still got, I think, 1 or 2 more.
It's cool because you're fighting Soundwave, but exactly what you'd expect from a Soundwave boss fight. All you do is dodge sound-based attacks and laser blasts whilst fighting off his tapes. He is later called away by Megatron halfway through his health bar. Kinda lame. You do get to fight him later, though, and...
See, I'm telling Cerberus, if he just makes a review like this, but about a Sonic
really
game...
neat that we get some love for...
Like this much attention to detail?
Buzzsaw, though. Okay, now things are fun again. In Chapter 2, the Insecticons are introduced. Kickback, Bombshell, and Scrapnel. At first, you fight them as regular enemies, instead of basic ground soldiers. But you notice they start to get bigger, until eventually you're fighting Insecticons that are almost twice the size of Prime, all 3 at once. It kinda goes off the wall a bit. But I love it. I'm really enjoying these multiple bosses at once kind of fights. It allows every fight to feel different, even repeat fights.
I want a final boss in this game to be you going up against Megan Fox. Mega Fox.
To pay.
Mega Megan Fox, bro. A giant Megan Fox that you fight.
Starts off mostly as a chase. You can do some damage.
That's the sad part, that's like the number one thing I remember as a kid from those movies, is everybody talked about Megan Fox.
Just chase him down and avoid his attacks until he's down on the ground. After that, the fight is rather uneventful. The highlight is the cutscene afterwards.
Exactly, Cerberus, it's fucking impossible. It's impossible.
No convincing at all.
Unless it's your own opinion that you have that's
I
different.
know it was a lame pun, but it really fits.
But I am excited for your new video. I think that's going to be really good.
With Starscream, you fight...
But I will say, this is probably your best video.
Highlight being
so
the
far.
soundtrack. Oh my god, this song fucks. Just listen.
What's up, pizza?
They really nailed Starscream's personality in this game. Unfortunately, they had to recast him due to the original voice actor passing away. But I think the replacement actor really nailed it, and I'd love to hear them voicing the character again in future projects. The Blitzwing fight is one of my favorite fights in this game.
Let's hear the outro.
I love Transformers. Kind of bleak. At least we can always go back to the '86 movie. This was a huge task with a lot of work, but I'm glad it's done. Even if it doesn't get a ton of views, I'm glad I can look back at this and know that I did this. I love this game, and I love Transformers. And I'm so proud of myself for completing this monumentous task. So I hope you enjoyed my first actual review. Despite this being a huge pain to make, I had a lot
It's
of
very
fun,
good.
and I'm so proud of myself for making this.
Go subscribe to Cerberus.
I hope you all
Road to
enjoyed
500.
it, and I'll see you next time.
Very nice. Where you at, Cerberus? 419? Get that to 500. Very nice. Also, Mr. Boomer, it's your turn. Yeah, we got Mr. Boomer and then Needle Mouse, and then that's it. That's it for today. Is this game on Steam? Cerberus, you might have to field that one. I can't remember. The yin and yang effect of Sonic games. I have seen this. It's very good. Zoop. Sick intro.
Hello everyone, it's Mr. Boomer here, and today we're going to be doing another discussion video, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about what I like to call the yin and yang effect of Sonic games. Now some of you probably might be a little bit confused. I mean, what the hell do I mean when I say the yin and yang effect of Sonic games? Well, to pretty much explain it for those who don't really understand the concept of yin and yang is pretty much an old ancient Chinese philosophy in which people believe that two forces that are complete polar opposites of each other are actually interconnected in some ways, and their interconnection is actually helpful for maintaining balance within our world. These two forces in question pretty much can both bring good things and bad things to the table that can persuade some people's opinions on which one is the good one and which one is the bad one, but the point is that both of them are still necessary in order to maintain a level of balance. To kind of give you guys an idea of what I mean, you have elements like daytime and nighttime, and of course the light and the dark.
Gaia.
These are some examples of two forces that are the complete polar opposite of each other that both have pros and cons about themselves that the other does not have, but still in some way needs to work together in order to maintain a sense of stability within our world. Because to be completely honest with you,
editing is so good on this.
No matter which force you view as good or bad, since at the end of the day, if one force ends up overpowering the other, it could create some serious problems inside of our world. Okay, so how exactly does this old Chinese philosophy apply towards Sonic? Because last I checked, we're not exactly talking about the world here, we're talking about a 35-year-old franchise which, to be quite honest with you, if it were to disappear one day and never come back, would not cause any environmental harm or damage our world in any way, outside of breaking the hearts of a lot of die-hard fans, including myself. Well, in case some of you guys have not been paying attention to what's been happening within the Sonic community, there is a clear divide within the fan base on what people think Sega needs to do with this franchise moving forward.
No.
Especially since we literally just came from two very controversial eras that have brought a lot of good things that people
No, we all agree on those
as
two
well
eras.
as a lot of bad things. On top of the fact that we are now entering a new era that could completely change this franchise once
And we
again,
all agree on Frontiers too, obviously.
and yes, obviously the two controversial eras that I'm referring to is the Dark Era and the Meta Era. Now, to give you guys a little bit of a quick little rundown as to why I brought up these two eras specifically, is because I started to slowly notice a little bit of a pattern happening whenever Sega would make Sonic games during these two eras. Whenever Sega tries to become risk takers and add in new ideas to further innovate Sonic's gameplay, they either end up making games that have very interesting ideas but are very underpolished, or they end up making games that are polished but just have way too many weird ideas that detach the series far from what a lot of people are used to about this franchise. And on a surface level, these types of games can definitely make the Sonic series look like it's going through some type of identity crisis, because while these games can definitely appeal towards some Sonic fans, it sadly does not appeal towards all of them. On the contrary, whenever Sega plays it safe and sticks with what already works with the franchise, they end up making more Sonic games that can definitely appeal towards the general public at the cost of them feeling way too
Jack, this isn't a commentary, this is a reaction.
of these games.
I'm showcasing these videos. I'm not supposed to commentate over them.
From the previous games that end up overstaying their welcome, or in some cases reusing a lot of old Sonic stages that simply only exist inside the game to milk off of the player's nostalgia for the franchise. And while these types of games may not necessarily be considered bad by the general public, to some people, especially die-hard Sonic fans, these types of games can definitely make the gameplay of Sonic
Mania Mid, Forces Peak,
innovation.
Lost World
Hence
Peak.
why some people find some of these Sonic games to be forgettable. Now hopefully you guys were able to understand all of that, because I pretty much just explained to you the Dark and Meta era in a nutshell. I pretty much not only explained to you why a lot of people were very mixed on these two eras back in the day, but also why a lot of people nowadays bring up these two eras when talking about which direction Sega should take the Sonic franchise. Some people, especially 2000 Sonic fans, tend to kind of miss when Sega used to be very innovative with their Sonic games. Even if these games weren't that well received back when they debuted, they had the
I think that's a big reason why 06 is getting a lot of glaze too.
Ideas that a lot of people have come to like about the Sonic franchise. And even
Shadow.
For someone who's not necessarily a huge fan of the Dark Era Sonic games, you have to at the very least admit that these games did heavily innovate Sonic's gameplay, and did keep the series feeling fresh with every new major release. On the other hand, you also have some Sonic fans that believe that Sega should not be that ambitious anymore and that they should really just stick with what already works with the franchise. And it makes sense why they believe this if we do think about this from a marketing standpoint. Like Brad from My Life as a Teenage Robot says, when something consistently continues to work,
Milk it for as long as you can.
and I'm pretty sure the last thing that almost
Teenage Robot reference is not something I expected.
ultra omega ambitious Sonic game to come out, flop, and end up killing the momentum that Sonic has going right now. Plus, some people kinda just want Sega to stay more consistent with Sonic's gameplay so that way they don't end up straying way too far from the series' original premise to where
That's an old show. God, you guys are babies.
anymore. And honestly, that's completely fair as well. There's probably a lot more reasons why people prefer a certain direction of the series over the other, but those are the most common reasons I see whenever people defend either of these two eras. On top of that, this is also the thing that Sonic fans are constantly barking about whenever they argue amongst each other about which direction Sega should take the franchise. Now, like I said at the start of the video, even though these two eras are the complete opposite of each other, it really does not matter which one you think is good or which one you think is bad, because that's really only one way to actually look at this whole situation. Here's another way. I personally think that Sega should actually be using a combination of both of the era's ideas.
Take the ambition of the Dark Era and the polish of the Meta Era. You got
This
yourself
way
a
the
freaking
franchise
game.
actually keeps a level of balance with the amount of things that people want to see inside the series, while also still progressing forward. This is kind of where the yin and yang effect starts to come into play here. Because like I said earlier inside the video, you could argue that both of the eras have brought a lot of good things, but also equally brought a lot of bad things to this franchise. And we've all pretty much seen the results of what happens whenever Sega leans too far into one direction. They end up making some not so great games that end up doing some pretty big damage to Sonic's reputation. Or in some cases, they end up making games that end up misreading what a lot of fans really want out of the franchise. And considering the fact that a lot of fans nowadays are still asking for Sega to make sequels to some of their old Sonic games, there will
Sonic 5. It sucks that we have to ask for Sonic
and to
5.
just stick with what already works with the series. The same thing also applies with innovation. Once enough Sonic fans start getting tired of seeing the same concept rinsed and repeated for another 10 years, there will eventually be a point where people would want Sega to try and do something new with the franchise again, just to stop it from becoming stale. This is pretty much just a cycle that not only plagues the Sonic community, but just practically any community that you could think of that exists inside this world. Which is why I think it's important that Sega and Sonic Team try to maintain a balance between being innovative with the Sonic franchise and also just playing it safe. Because either way, there will inevitably become a point where they will have to swap directions in order to keep people interested inside this franchise.
That's why
And
Frontiers
honestly,
exist.
Despite the game being a bit controversial nowadays, Sonic Frontiers is quite literally one of the only examples of a Sonic game that blends the best of both worlds, playing it safe while also trying to be innovative.
It also has the worst of
Yes,
both,
the
though.
game may not be that different from any of the previous 3D Boost Sonic games, especially when we're talking about the cyberspace levels. But the game still tries to be innovative, centering most of its gameplay around its open hub worlds, which does keep the gameplay of Frontiers feeling fresh. And since the game doesn't stray too far from what people were already used to from the previous 3D Sonic games, it allows people who have played those previous 3D Boost games to easily transition into Frontiers without the games feeling so vastly different that it almost feels like you're not playing the same game from the same franchise anymore. But at the same time, Sega tried something new with Frontiers while also keeping the series familiar to people who are fans of the franchise. Which is the reason why Frontiers ended up sticking out within the gaming community and ended up selling way better than some of the previous Sonic games that came before it.
I wonder how much the boss fights and the music
And
had to
considering
do
the
with
fact
that.
a lot of people are anticipating the next mainline 3D Sonic game to be some type of sequel to Sonic Frontiers, this only showcases that this direction that Sega decided to take with this game is not inherently a bad one, and that them keeping a nice balance between being innovative and playing it safe is actually integral in keeping the series relevant. Now, some people probably may not agree with this take and possibly still think that even if Sega does take this direction, that it could still lead to them making some big oopsies in the future. And I can't lie with you,
What are those
Sega is
springs?
a very unpredictable company, so Lord only knows exactly what they will be doing with the franchise moving forward. But hey, whatever direction that you prefer Sega to take with Sonic, or whatever direction they end up taking for this franchise, let's all just hope and pray that it was the right call. And that's going to do it for this discussion video, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this has just been something that I've been thinking about for
I hope
a
the next
very
game
long
isn't called
time, and
Frontiers
I kind
2.
of just wanted to make a video.
I hope not either. I mean, it's probably going to be just a spiritual successor to Frontiers. Everybody go check out Mr. Boomer. That was a great video. I agree. I think Frontiers is the best and worst of both worlds, because like it has some ambition to it, but it's also not fully developed. It has a lot of shortcomings. It's a little bit aimless, but at the same time, it's definitely a breath of fresh air after Forces. I'll say that. Like, I'm just excited and anxious for whatever the next game's going to be, and I hope that they fix every issue that was seen in Frontiers. Like the boring cyberspace, the reuse of assets, the weird pop-in, Sonic's lack of momentum when jumping, all kinds of stuff. All those little things that they kind of tried to add to the DLC of Frontiers, I hope they implement in the new game and make it better. But we'll see. But yeah, great video, Mr. Boomer. We got one more today. This is Mr. Needlemouse, Resident Heroes hater, Shadow Glazer. The Sonic Unleashed sequel we never got. All right, Needlemouse.
In truth, and green symbolized.
Oh shit. Now this would be funny. He wanted me to go to the USA section. Where is it? Oh. Wait, no. I saw Skyscraper Scamper, but that wasn't the USA section. Where is it? This video's peak? Yes. It's also very long. It's longer than any of my videos. Okay, it's got to be near the beginning then. Yeah, it's the first one, right? No? Dude, where is it? I'm sure the timestamp... In fact, I'm going to open this on YouTube. I'm sure there's timestamps to it. That's fine.
And green symbolizes fertility and growth of the nation. Like I said, badass. And with that, we bid farewell to this proud nation that stands tall. Our next nation, well, this one hits home, quite literally. Alright, sorry future Needlemouse for what's it called, but I need to like go blow my nose and also like...
Sorry past Needlemouse for this.
Since we're recording all this script...
Wait, where are the... Okay, now the timestamps are just gone. Damn it. I'll find it. Bro, this is... I keep seeing clips of Empire City, but I don't see the American flag anywhere. He just said skip to the USA section, bro.
People, one get into here. Now, about now countries stages in this video. There must be sushi path forming
wait
just because of how these natural landscapes are formed. We saw before. Landing the blue rabbit.
Bro, why is this video so long, Needlemouse?
An extensive path forming almost like a maze that you will have to traverse through. Perhaps in this area will also have some really cool collectibles hidden away. Only real die-hard players will want to get to. As you leave this area, we'll have...
I'm so
But as
lost.
far as the hub world goes, it should be based on Sydney, melded together with a city like Bristol.
Also, you don't get to use Ocean Palace music. You hate
Sonic,
this
with
song.
the Opera House being the center of attention, and that beautiful waterfront with corals growing everywhere. Yeah,
Bro,
I
what
think
the
that
hell?
Sounds super cool. The people there should be a mix of...
Needlemouse, why'd you leave the chat? You got to tell me where this part of the video is. You can't expect me to skim through a 2-hour video. 55. Timestamps appear for you? I don't know why they don't for me. Okay, thank you. Let's see. Is this true?
Peak, guys, I'm gonna be honest. So this was Kazuyama, a peaceful and unbelievably beautiful nation. It's lucky Sonic was able to catch a visit to it during autumn time, or he would have missed the absolutely amazing beauty. Our next nation, though, is a little closer to home for most of my videos.
There we go.
That's for sure.
Thank you, Jack.
America, my sweet, beloved United States.
Studio, it was submissions on Discord only, and they are closed, unfortunately. But I'll do it again in the future. There will be a channel post about it.
And without it, I would not be here, and I would not be Needlemouse, and I would not be making videos for you. So I am super thankful to it. So I wanted to celebrate that, and
very belated 4th of July, I guess, with Sonicifying
It almost is.
once more. Now you may be saying, but Needle Mouse, we already got a country in Base Unleashed based in the United States of America. Well, it was based on a small part of a really vast and diverse
New York City.
So let's take an area that is almost the complete polar opposite of New York or really any other
South.
city in the United States. The south of the US is so very different from the north, it's
I was right.
insane. Not unless when you go there will you truly understand the vast differences from the ways that cities are built to even the way people talk and move. Now, the United States of America may be a very young country, all things considered, being a measly 250 years old next year, but the country's done so much in these last 2.5 centuries to even become the global hegemon. I mean, heck, the American dollar is what most currencies in the world are tied to, which is kind of ridiculous. After gaining her independence on July 4th, the country rapidly expanded to become one of the largest countries currently in the world. But of course, there were some roadblocks, in particular the American Civil War, which saw the most Americans die in one conflict than any other war ever. The South of the United States were definitely in the wrong as they defended slavery and wanted to keep it, while using the excuse that the states wanted more power within the central government. The Union, of course, and thankfully won out and reintegrated the Confederate States of America back into the USA. Now, of course, I don't want to focus on that part of Southern history for obvious reasons, and honestly because it is terrible. Instead, I wanted to bring this up as a simple example of how vastly different the South of the United States is to the North. So much so they wanted a whole separate nation. But after that, the USA expanded militarily.
Texas still wants to secede, which it's not going to.
As the 20th century dawned, the USA was undoubtedly the most powerful country in the world, aiding the Entente in the victory of the Germans in World War I and in their exceedingly brave and courageous campaigns over the Pacific and D-Day during World War II. And after a brief Cold War with the Soviet Union that the Americans won, the United States now stands as the most powerful country in the world. So that being said, let's build our level and our nation. The southern United States is characterized with two landscapes, desert and swamps. And I was debating as
How is this related to Sonic Unleashed?
video, but it was
The game where he travels to each country?
we really never had any swamps in Sonic history as far as levels go. So let's get straight into it. Swamps are honestly super cool. The vast amounts of fauna and flora that can hide within them are genuinely very incredible. And with the amount of obstacles that can be created just because of how these natural landscapes are formed are great and will aid us in making this
Some kind of world adventure.
Sonic to start in one of those large
Needle Mouse is a history guy.
blocks one can see very easily.
This is kind of like his
This
perfect
part will
video.
Echo back to Jungle Jured's opening. But instead of how in that level the left and the right path lead to the same exact area, we will instead have them actually lead to different paths. One will lead you onto higher boardwalks that will have you traverse above the deep swamp, and will instead throw you into a 2D section with trees and Eggman robots to avoid. These bots should be based on animals such as cranes and raccoons, which are very abundant in American swamps. The lower path, on the other hand, will lead you into the swamp itself. You have to carefully run across the water, avoiding Eggman bots that are just metallic gators, metallic snakes, floating logs, and just actual alligators. And also make sure to avoid the bogs that will suck Sonic down and drown him. The 2D section up top will eventually re-enter 3D and drop Sonic down.
Bro, your footage doesn't match.
Landing the blue rat on some solid ground. This is also where the lower path will eventually lead. Here, Sonic will run across some more boardwalks that will be broken up by enemies below you, as you must get through this dense mangrove forest. It's at this point that the gators will actually start breaking the boardwalks to try and eat Sonic. These boardwalks will also form loops and fast and extensive paths, forming almost like a maze that you will have to traverse through. Perhaps within this area will also have some really cool collectibles hidden away. Only real die-hard players will want to get to. As you leave this area, we'll have old rusted rails lead you out with the gators still jumping at you trying to grab you. Man, I think I like gators. But it is after these rails that we will throw Sonic into our third and final section that honestly might be one of my favorites I've created for this video. Steamboats. In this final section, Sonic will have to traverse Eggman-built steamboats that are destroying the swamp, of which he had to destroy all 3 of them, one by one, almost Sonic Heroes Egg Fleet style. One of the things about that game that was cool, I guess. These boats will be littered with enemies and obstacles to avoid, as Sonic has to make it into the engine room and blow it up from the inside out. Then we'll have Sonic run out on the water, avoiding more obstacles that have been ramped up from the beginning, and then to the next boat. This one will be a lot more platform heavy, with there being more enemy chains to quickly snap onto and boost your way through into the engine room. The final ship you need to destroy will be the flagship, and it will throw everything at you, as well as a new gimmick of Swamp Mush being flung at Sonic.
Hold on, can I just say, though, how eerily similar this is? When did this come out? This came out last year. This is so eerily similar to my idea for a perfect Sonic level, but it's not based in the swampland. Or like in the southern swamps of the US. It's based in, it's kind of like Pirate Storm. It's just in the middle of the ocean on Eggman's pirate ships. It's basically Final Fortress and Egg Fleet, but in the ocean. And instead of airships you're taking down Eggman's battleships. I think that's a cool idea for a level. And that's actually kind of similar to this.
Your screen will be temporarily blinded, almost like the bloopers from Mario Kart. A cool little trick Eggman has had up his sleeve that I've been thinking about using. Now, this last steamboat will explode a little too hard, and Sonic will be thrown up into the sky, and will have to QTE his way out of it, jumping from shrapnel to shrapnel until he finally lands on solid ground and runs into our finale section that will open into the city, ending the level there. Now, that sounds like a pretty fun level if I do say so myself. Now, as far as our hub world goes, I want it to be based on, by far, the most on Fort Worth, Texas. One of my cities in this union. Those stockyards are so cool. The pure aura of the American South cannot be described.
Make it San Antonio, at least.
I have personally been to. I mean, I was wearing denim everything, boots, and a Stetson, and I fit perfectly in with everyone. The people were some of the most welcoming I have ever been in contact with, and
in Fort Worth?
Food. When people say America doesn't have
Needle Mouse is in a different Texas than I am, I think.
Texas to try some barbecues there, because Lord Almighty, it is genuinely some of the greatest I've had in my life. Shout out Terry's Black House. That crap gave me dead ass some of the greatest brisket in my life. So this is what
barbecue's really good.
Let's rip that out of real life and shove it into Sonic Unleashed. Then boom, we're done. That's pretty
Gotta defend my hometown. Bro, I was born and raised in Houston, still live in Houston, and I hate the city. It's a bad city.
Buildings everywhere. But of course, I don't really want this clock tower to be like a Big Ben sort of clock tower. There's one in Fort Worth that I'll put on screen that actually makes sense and looks
but it's better than Dallas.
Look like. As mentioned before, the food here must be briskets and mac and cheese and literally everything else that one can find in a regular southern barbecue. I hope my father took some photos of the absolute spread we had in Texas, but
dude, the cream corn and mac and cheese at these barbecue joints is so
America
good. The sausage has cheese and jalapeno in it.
As far as items sold here, there needs to be traditional cowboy attire, Stetsons and all, as well as some bull horns because that would be kind of awesome. The NPCs here will be all traditional deep southern people, kind and warm, but with a streak of deep patriotism that a lot of southerners have. Oh, and not to be that guy, but this flag I kind of cooked on. This flag is based
I love it.
Southern states.
That's cool.
Because G-Dub said it's a cool flag, and since he lives there, Tennessee with that stripe in the left corner, and the star being based on the Texan star. Heck, the name of the state, the Lone Dominion, is based on the nickname of Texas, the Lone Star. Not too dissimilar with the name of Empire City being based on the nickname of New York, that being Empire State. Also, speaking of G-Dub A, since he lives in South Carolina, this stage will have an Easter egg where you can see the hit YouTuber G-Dub A breaking it down in the background while holding an American flag and shooting an AK-47. This is what millions of years of human evolution led to. But back to the flag. I'm super proud of it, and honestly, once again,
that is a cool looking flag.
One of the best made for this video yet. Since I've created,
and I have always wanted to see a Sonic level, kind of like Rail Canyon, that's based in like a southern desert.
Like I said before,
New Mexico, Arizona, Texas.
Well, the stage name will be Bayou Breakout. Here's a little bio for the nation. Founded in fire and forged in freedom, the Lone Dominion stands as a testament to will, independence, and honor under a single blazing star. Its swamps stretch wide, but its spirit stands taller. Bars, absolute bars, and very similar to the American freedom and liberty. USA, 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 Right, now that
soda
is out of my system, safe to say I really like this fictional nation, as well as the real nation it's based on. Now, my friend Accelerate actually had a thought while I was creating this nation. He asked me, so are this in the Vega City, both in the United Federation with Empire City? And I basically answered with, I have no fucking clue. So it's during the writing of this part of the script that I wanted to make a little thing where I want to tell you, apart from the nations themselves and apart from the lore of the nations themselves, I'm opening the lore up to y'all. I would love for y'all to help me come up with a cohesive story of the game that doesn't take away from the elements I already have placed down. I will be reading all the comments and making sure I hear everyone out. With all that being said, the Lone Dominion has to be one of my favorite countries in this video yet, because you know,
I do like it.
Our next nation, well, it's sure to get a lot of
Okay, that was the America section. Everybody feeling patriotic for the 3rd of July? Dude, Needle Mouse is brilliant. Like, what a great idea for a video to just create your own Sonic Unleashed sequel based off real-world locations that weren't seen in the original game. I love it. And he's basically spitting facts like exactly what I said I wanted. A Southern American desert level would be so sick. But, like, not Fort Worth. It would not be based in Fort Worth. It'd be more like San Antonio or maybe some of the West Texas deserts. But still, that was nice. What's up, Joe? Joe, you made it just in time for stream to end. I'm so sorry, my friend. That was the last submission we're watching today. Let's see how much more we have before we move on to... Because next week we're doing the finale of this, part 3. So hopefully it's not too awful much. Let's see. Oh, no, we're good. We're near the bottom. There's a couple in my email that I have to get to as well. So, here after the Metallica gig, it was great, but I'm messaging in standstill traffic at the car park. Yeah, that sounds about right, man. I hope they played all the songs you wanted them to. Don't forget about the video I sent you. No, don't worry. I have all the emails and everything. I'm going to get through everything next video. Is there a quick less than 2 minutes to check out my Emerald Coast speedrun? Not today, Cerberus. I'm sorry. I do have to leave, like, right now. I have too much crap to do today to prepare for tomorrow. Because it's the 4th. So I have to go to the grocery store. I have to pee really bad, too. Instead of doing a 5-minute break and then, you know, doing 2 more minutes of stream, I'm going to end it here. He's sick of us? No! No, I just have a lot of things to do. Look, guys, I did a full video upload today. Be proud of me. This is a great stream. Have a lovely rest of your day, y'all. You too, Imagine. He hates us. Oh, God. I hate you so much. I'm doing a show and tell stream. You know, I would have made more money if I did a hero stream today, but no. I love your content. I love you guys. I'm going to watch your content. We'll be starting with Baguette next time. We did Baguette, but I guess since their videos were so short, they can get these. Sweet. We miss you already. Thanks. Thanks, guys. I miss you too. Probably not going to do a raid today because I don't think there's that many people here. Let's see. Yeah, no, good lord. But for those who stuck around, thank you so much. Please show some love to all the creators today that sent in their videos. Go subscribe to all of them, leave comments, like, and don't forget to like this stream and check out my most recent video because it is by far the most work I've ever put into a video. So please check it out. But other than that, guys, stay safe. Have a happy 4th of July. And remember, I'm not a Sonic channel. See you guys next time.